And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. I'm joined along this evening by General Manager Mark Cavala. Here this evening, well, Mark, the Newton Rebels on a little win streak here as they now have won 2 in a row as they won 7-1 last night against 316 Elite.
Yeah, it's a start, but hey, you know, they're out here and they're getting their confidence up. They're playing some pretty good ball, offensively, defensively, and the most important, pitching.
Pitching has really been important the last 2 nights as both pitchers have went 7 and 6 innings respectively and had 10 strikeouts. Jacobs had 10 strikeouts in the game before, and then last night we had a pitcher that had 9 strikeouts.
And it's kind of fun watching. You know, I just want to show marking up this offensively. Look at all the marks there. But the thing is that not many walks are from our pitching staff, and that's the key right there for this team.
Yeah, it definitely is important. That the pitching finally, Rector last night had ended up having 9 strikeouts, and Jacobs had 10 strikeouts the game before. So we win 10-0 the night before, and then last night 7-1. So that's good to see that they're on a little win streak. Tonight we play the Wichita Vipers once again. The Vipers are an 18-under team from high school all-stars, basically.
Right. Yeah, they get picked. I mean, head coach is with Wellington High School here in Wellington, Kansas. He does a great job. Actually, Coach Clark is his assistant, in the high school season in spring. But the thing is, they have a lot of, I call them pesky kind of players, like at Figueroa, the leadoff guy, and they have some other good players right there that they might not get any hits, but guess what? They put the ball in play a lot, and they like to run. They'll steal.
Well, this is definitely something that the Rebels needed to get a couple victories in, get them a little bit more confidence. We're going to go ahead and go with the starting lineups. First of all, for the Wichita Vipers, leading off and playing first base will be number 8, Isaiah Figueroa. Batting second, the third baseman, number 0, Oscar Gallardo. Batting third and DHing will be number 9, Mason Dean. Batting fourth and playing right field will be number 2, Jackson Swift. Batting fifth and playing shortstop will be number 6, Jaron Brown. Batting sixth and playing left field will be number 18, Camden Cooper. Batting seventh and catching will be number 10, Trent Cannon. Batting eighth and playing second base will be number 35, Joseph Villatoro. Batting ninth and playing center field will be number 15, Colin Pearson. And pitching for the Vipers this evening will be number 16, Aaron Casas. The head coach for the Vipers is Ryan Jenkins. And once again, this Vipers team is a good ball team. They didn't have any hits the last time, but Jacobs really pitched well for the Newton Rebels.
Yeah, like I said, he did a great job, and he did what he needed to do. This is what we've been wanting to see is watch these guys out here, take control, take command on the mound, and it's taken, 3 weeks or whatever, but at least we talked about it as a team that, hey, June's basically over. Let's have a great July.
Well, here's the starting lineup for the Newton Rebels. Leading off for the Rebels will be center fielder number 7, Justin Barnes. Batting second, the second baseman number 6, Camden Jorgensen. Batting third and playing first base will be number 3, Corey Mason. Batting fourth and playing third base will be number 23, Nolan Riley. Batting fifth and playing left field will be number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Batting sixth and DHing will be number 27, Connor Swink. Batting seventh and playing shortstop will be number 11, Jaden Hanna. Batting eighth and playing right field will be number 0, Eli Hickman. And batting ninth and catching will be number 5, Henry Clausen. And pitching this evening for the Newton Rebels will be number 10, Ricky Hockett. So Hockett's coming in and pitching for the Newton Rebels here this evening. We're going to pause here for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Well, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball. Defensively for the Newton Rebels at first base will be number 3, Mason. Second baseman, number 6, Jurgensen. At shortstop this evening, we got a new shortstop. Will be number 11, Hannah. Third base will be number 23, Riley. In left field will be number 20, Corrigan. Center fielder will be number 7, Barnes. Right fielder, number 0, Hickman. Catching, number 5, Clausen. And pitching this evening for the Newton Rebels, number 10, Ricky Hockett. And why don't you give us some information there about Hockett?
Yeah, Ricky, like I say, Friends University product. He also plays outfield for the Falcons, but he is from Plainville, Kansas, which is by Hayes. Again, 5'10", 185, and he just finished his junior year. I believe he has one more year left, and he's ready to go. He said he was ready. This summer's really helping him out, and he was ready to go in the fall for Friends University. And because, like I said, he was out 2/3 of the season because of COVID-related issues, but I think he's going to be fine, Frank.
So Ricky Hockett now going to be on the mound for the Newton Rebels. The Newton Rebels this evening are wearing their black jerseys with white pants, and they have red fronts on their hats. The Wichita Vipers also wearing the black jerseys with gray pants, and they'll have white on their sleeves with white numbers. Hockett comes in. He has played in 4 ball games, pitched in 4 ball games, started 3. He has gone 20 2/3 innings, has given up 26 hits, 16 runs, 13 earned runs, 11 base on balls, and he has a total of 23 strikeouts, as he is 0-2 for the season and comes in with a 5.66 ERA. And there's the first pitch by Hockett, is in there for call strike 1. As we are underway here in Newton, Kansas, as the Wichita Vipers take on your Newton Rebels. That one misses for ball 1. So the count will even up now at 1-1.
Yeah, and that's Isaiah Figueroa, 6 foot 170, and he plays at May South.
Pitch misses low and outside for ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
The other day, he was the leadoff hitter for him, and he went 0 for 3.
Isaiah Figueroa, the batter, and that pitch misses outside as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. This is the first time I believe Clausen has caught Ricky Hockett.
Yeah, he's been coming off surgery, and he's getting stronger and stronger. And it's not exactly what Hockett wanted to do with a walk, but.
And Figueroa will reach on a base on balls, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 0, Oscar Gallardo.
Oscar Gallardo, he's from Bishop Carroll High School, 6'1", 185. Righty, plays infield, and is also a pitcher.
And here's the pitch by Hockett. That one in there for call strike as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Gallardo playing third base here this evening for the Wichita Vipers.
Yeah, he was 0 for 4 the other day against the Rebels.
And here is Hockett's pitch. Fastball just misses low as the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, we welcome you to Newton Rebels baseball. We welcome Daniel Corrigan. Says good luck, Aiden, and all the Rebels. That one misses for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike correction to Gallardo. Here the second batter in the top half of the first inning. Figueroa walked as the first batter. And here's the pitch by Hockett. That one fouled off there by Gallardo, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Definitely a beautiful evening. I mean, Frank, 3 straight days we thought we weren't going to play. We thought it was going to be a lot of rain in the area. There's no way, and we're out here. We're out here, and it's nice out.
Well, don't hold your breath, because we did look at the radar, and it shows like it's coming in shortly after 8 to 8:30. So hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see what happens here.
Right.
Count will go full. Now here's the pitch. That one misses high, and that is the second walk given up by Ricky Hockett. As that one misses high. So Figueroa will be at second base, Gallardo at first, and that will bring up the designated hitter number 9, Mason Dean.
And the first inning definitely is the pitcher's Achilles heel so far for the staff right here, because continuously having trouble in that first inning.
That one misses low for ball 1. Well, it definitely has not done us any favors in the first couple of weeks, that's for sure.
No, I was going to say you want to keep that pitch count down, but you're already throwing, he's already throwing 12, 13 pitches. He's going to be up 25, 30 maybe by the time he gets out of here. And that's not what you want.
That one was low and into the ground, and Clausen corrals it as the count goes to 2 balls, no strikes. Figueroa at second base and Gallardo at first as they both got issued walks. That one hits the outside corner, and that will take the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs here in the top half of the first inning.
And Hockett he's an experienced pitcher, so he should know how to make those adjustments.
That one hits to the right-hand side. That's going to be foul, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Gallardo hustles back to first base, and Figueroa back to second. Once again, no out.
And the Vipers are being very patient.
Here's the 2-2 pitch by Hockett. That one fouled off to the right-hand side by Dean as the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And like I said in the opening statement, I said they're a pesky kind of team. I mean, they're just, they'll be right around there, and they're going to make guys work, the pitching staff work.
Here's the pitch by Hockett. A swing and a miss there by Dean as he goes down for out number 1. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett here in the ball game. So 1 down now here in the top half. The first, that will bring up the right fielder, number 2, Jackson Swift.
Yeah, Swift, 6'1", 195, infielder, first baseman, right-handed pitcher from Halstead High School, right down the road.
So Swift gets into the batter's box. He's ready to go. And so is Hockett. And here's the pitch. That fastball hits the outside corner for call strike 1.
Yeah, now he's making those adjustments, and that's what Hockey just needs to make them, probably about 12 pitches sooner maybe, but at least right now he's making them, and if he can get out of this without a score.
That one is fouled off as the count now goes to no balls, 2 strikes. It is 72 degrees here in Newton, Kansas. It shows that the wind is at about 5 miles an hour out of the south-southeast, but the humidity, 98%.
Yeah, I felt that.
So no balls, 2 strikes now to Swift. And that one fouled off to the right-hand side. So the count stays at no balls, 2 strikes.
And the Vipers doing a good job fouling off a lot of pitches. So right now the pitch count's at 17.
Once again, the Wichita Vipers have their black jerseys, but they have white on their sleeves, and they are wearing gray pants. The Newton Rebels have their black jerseys on also, but they are wearing white pants. Breaking ball, that one is fouled off there by Swift as the count stays at no balls, 2 strikes. Looks like the home plate umpire has run out of baseballs and is asking for some more.
And like I said, they've been fouling them off in the parking lot. Where'd you park this time, Frank?
Well, I think I'm okay.
Okay, all right.
I appreciate the concern.
Yes. I don't like to see broken windshields out here.
Well, I heard head coach Brett Clark. There's a call strike 3 there by home plate umpire, and that is the second out of the inning and the second strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett. That will bring up the shortstop, number 6, Jaron Brown.
Jaron Brown, 6 foot, 175, middle infielder, outfielder, right-handed pitcher. I guess he does it all. McPherson High School.
So Jaron Brown now coming up to the plate as there is 2 down. Figueroa standing at second base, Gallardo at first. And there's the ball hit to the second baseman.
Great
nice catch there by Jurgensen as he dove for it to go into his left for out number 3. So the top half of the first inning for the Vipers, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning play, it's Vipers 0 and the Rebels coming to bat. We're going to stay right here so we can thank all our sponsors. We'd like to thank any play at the plate here this evening. Will be sponsored by Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Any double plays this evening will be sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law. They are working for you. Pitching changes this evening will be sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Also, any doubles by a Newton Rebel will be sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Home runs this evening by the Rebels will be sponsored by the John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Also, any great plays on the field or player of the games will be sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. And speaking of Carl Hodges family, you want to tell us about what's coming up here on July the 3rd, is it?
Yeah, July the 3rd, sure. I'll tell you, it's going to be great. It's going to be Carl Hodges Day, Family
By the way,
Day.
you're on camera.
Oh, okay, hi.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, it's Carl Hodges Day. It's going to be July 3rd, and we'll have a lot, like some of the former players. They could be host families. They could be coaches, or whatever. You know, it's been since 2000 that we've been here, been in existence, Rebels, and Carl Hodges is the guy he's the founder. So we're going to have a special day for him and anybody who wants to come out here and just share in the festivities. And we're going to go out there and introduce people, and I mean some of the guys, and maybe tell some stories. Maybe get them on the air with you, and
All right.
and give us that'd be a pretty interesting broadcast. Maybe
We'll be playing the Andale Warhawks at that time. So don't forget about that. Also, we'd like to thank Back Alley Pizzas, who is our pizza sponsor here this evening. They'll bring out pizza. Somebody will get a free pizza here in the stands. And also, we'd like to thank all our host families.
Oh gosh,
we
without
couldn't
them,
do this without our host families.
There is no doubt, Frank, because they keep we keep kids from all across the country coming in here, and got to get them a place to stay, and deservingly so. They're these families, the host families, have just been great through the years.
Leading off bottom half the first inning for the Newton Rebels will be the center fielder, number 7, Justin Barnes. And you got some info on Barnes, sir?
Yes, I do.
First pitch of Barnes is ball 1.
Justin Barnes. Let's see where he's kind of.
At number 7.
Yeah, I was looking for that, but
There you go, right there.
there. From Marietta, Georgia, 5'10", 180. I should have it all memorized by now, shouldn't I? Shorter University, and he just finished his sophomore season. Very successful player.
That one misses for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Justin Barnes comes in batting .320 for the Newton Rebels, as he's appeared in 14 ball games, has been up to bat 50 times, has 16 hits, and has scored 7 runs. That one in there for call strike, as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
And he's had several really good games, Frank. I mean, that he's done great hitting defensively.
Another pitch in there for call strike, so the count will go full now at 3-2. Barnes also has a total of 4 RBIs, and here's the pitch. That one hit out into center field. Center fielder moving to his left makes the catch for out number 1. That center fielder is number 15, Colin Pearson.
Yeah, he did a great job the other day. They were keeping him busy out there running all over the field, and he was making those running catches. Great job.
That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 6, Camden Jurgensen.
Yeah.
By the way, the pitcher is number 16, Aaron Casas.
Yeah, we got to talk about him. 5'9", 170, right-hand pitcher from Bishop Carroll.
And defensively for the Vipers at first base, number 8, Figueroa. Second baseman, number 35, Villatoro. At shortstop, number 6, Brown. Third baseman, number 0, Gallardo. And here's the pitch to Jurgensen. That one misses high, as the count will go even now at 1-1. The third baseman is number 0, Gallardo. Left fielder, number 18, Cooper. Center fielder, once again, number 15, Pearson. Right fielder, number 2, Swift. Catching is number 10, Cannon. And pitching is number 16, Aaron Casas. That one misses low, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Jurgensen, he's from Mays, Kansas. 5'10", 150, and he does play his ball at Butler County Community College. He's a freshman. He was a freshman. And he's definitely improved. I think he's improved during the summer. Like we talked about how many guys have improved, that's what we're looking at.
Last pitch was a strike, so the count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one way outside, and the count will go full now at 3-2 to Camden Jurgensen, who is playing second base this evening. Jurgensen comes in batting .138, as he's appeared in 11 ball games, has been up to about 29 times, has 4 hits, and has scored 2 runs. There's a swing and a miss there by Jurgensen as he goes down, swinging for out number 2. That is the first strikeout recorded by Aaron Casas. We have 2 down now. That will bring up the first baseman, number 3, Corey Mason.
Yeah, Mason from Newmarket, Alabama, Shorter University, a teammate of Barnes. And he just finished his junior year, and he's an all-star.
Yeah, Corey Mason is leading the Newton Rebels on batting average as he comes in with a .389 batting average. That first pitch to him misses low for ball 1. He has appeared in 17 ball games, has been up to bat 54 times, has 21 hits, 11 runs scored, and has a total of 8 RBIs. Here's the pitch by Casas. That one hit down the first base line. It's going to be foul as that count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
I've been very impressed with Mason. I mean, he uses the field pretty well and just steady contact guy. I mean, he uses those gaps.
He's a good left-handed batter. There's the pitch. That one hit into right field. Left field. Left fielder backing up. That is Cooper. And he makes the catch for out number 3. So an F7 is the play. If you're scoring at home for the 3rd out, the bottom half of the first inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1 inning play, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 2nd inning. Due up for the Wichita Vipers will be the left fielder, number 18, Camden Cooper.
Yeah, Camden Cooper has made that catch. 6 foot 155 outfielder, right-handed pitcher from Derby, Kansas. Very good program there.
Derby, Kansas. I know that place well. That's
yeah, you make a trip there.
I live there practically as I play golf there at Derby Country Club there. Ball fouled off there by Cooper as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. As we are now in the top half of the 2nd inning. No score here this evening so far. And here is Hockett's pitch. That one also fouled back by Cooper. No balls and 2 strikes now to Cooper.
And that was his 26th pitch already. So hopefully he has a good inning right here. Keep the pitch count down.
That one fouled off there by Cooper along the first base side, over the first base dugout. And the count will stay at no balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that first inning, giving up 2 walks there, you're going to throw a lot of pitches. The swing and a miss there by Cooper as he goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett.
That's been the big challenge with the pitching staff, trying to say, be efficient. Keep the pitch count down. Work ahead. That's the key. If you work ahead, you can keep the pitch count down. If you're behind 3-0, throw a strike, wherever 2-0, you're going to throw a lot of pitches.
That brings up the catcher, number 10, Trent Cannon. First pitch misses outside as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch by Hockett. Fastball hits that outside corner, and the count will even up now at 1-1. Beautiful evening except for the humidity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
And you can see the flag is just basically still out there. There's a swing and a miss there by Cannon as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here's a question for you, Frank. You play golf every day.
Yes, sir.
How many days is it just like that, no wind?
Well, very seldom here in Kansas. There's a swing and a miss there by Cannon as he goes down swinging for out number 2. And that is the 4th strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett. As we have 2 down now here in the top half of the 2nd inning. We'll bring up the second baseman, number 35, Joseph Villatoro. Well, actually, it's almost harder to play with no wind because you play in wind every single day, and you just kind of get used to it. So here, especially here in Kansas,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that I won't take it, because there is those days
You learn.
that it's really nice.
I bet you like it with that wind behind you, don't you?
Yeah,
300 and some yards. Yeah, drives.
well, not quite that far. That one fouled off as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Villatoro is 5'9", 155, infielder, right-handed pitcher. Goddard Eisenhower.
Many players from Goddard Eisenhower on this squad.
A lot of good programs.
Yep, a lot of good programs, a lot of good ball players.
Yep.
And here's the pitch by Huckett. That breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Villatoro as he goes down swinging, and Ricky Huckett strikes out the side. And that is the 5th strikeout recorded by Ricky Huckett. So the top half of the second inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1.5, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game, joined along by Mike Cavalla, our general manager, here for the Newton Rebels. And we have assistant general manager Jake Gibbs over there doing the PA for us here this evening. We appreciate all his work. And don't forget about our scoreboard operator, Heidi.
Dr. Heidi, that's right over there. She is. She's doing a great job stepping right in there. She can do the PA, she can do the scoreboard, and she's this awesome lady.
So we're going to take you back out to the field. Due up here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Rebels, the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. And give me a little info about Riley, please.
Yeah, Nolan Riley he plays at Fort Smith, University of Fort Smith in Arkansas there. He's a guy that he played with us last year. He's the third baseman, and he just finished his junior season. So, we're looking a lot. I mean, I tell you, we always talk about approach, the kind of approach that we like from a hitter. Watch this guy.
So Nolan Riley is up there. The first pitch is called strike one. That one, a breaking ball, misses outside as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he is an all-star. So.
He is an all-star. This is the guy that you want to see if you want your son to bat well. If you want somebody to teach you how to hit the ball, this guy is the one. All right, that one hit out to center field, and making that catch out in center field was Pearson as he just stuck his glove out. And we have one down now. So it's an F8 in the books. That will bring up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
Yeah, Corrigan from Saline, Michigan, 5'9", 170, Heidelberg University, another good program. Like I say, he's a lefty, and he can tell you he's not a bad hitter. I like him. I think he's doing a good job. He's starting to get more comfortable with his stance and in his swing.
So Corrigan comes in batting .212 as he's appeared in 15 ball games. That one misses outside as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. All right, let me get back to Corrigan here. He's appeared in 15 ball games, has been up to bat 52 times, has 11 hits, and has scored 11 runs. He does have a total of 7 RBIs.
Yeah, and yesterday he was, or I guess the game the other day, he was 0 for 3.
And here is Costa's pitch. That one misses high as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
The thing is, he's not a real flashy player, stays within himself, and he's, like I said, he's always working. I see him in the cage quite a bit working on his game here.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 4. And we'll have a runner on at first base as Aiden Corrigan reaches on a base on ball. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 27, Connor Swink.
Yeah, Connor's from Wichita, Kansas, 5'11", 215. Just finished his eligibility at Pratt Community College, sophomore season. He's going to be going to Friends University, be a teammate of Ricky Hockett.
Connor Swink comes in batting .250. He's only appeared in 6 ball games, has been up to bat 12 times, has 3 hits, and has scored 1 run, and has a total of 2 RBIs. So Aaron Casas now in his second inning of work, as we are in the bottom half of the second inning, no score. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike, as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. Corrigan is on at first base with 1 down here in the bottom half of the second. Corrigan reached on a base on balls.
So, and these games are good games for especially guys, college guys like this, that work on their approach.
And there goes Corrigan's going to get caught up between first and second. The second baseman now running him down. Now the first baseman is. And there's a throw. And then finally, I believe he's going to get tagged out. Well,
yeah, a little too many throws.
I'm not even going to write that down. I'm just going to put an out there because that's too many guys. We're going to go 1 to 3. How's that for out number 2?
Yeah, Coach Clark kind of mentioning something to him. I don't know if they had something going on or what, but he just probably left just a little early. I don't know if it was a hit and run or something, but they left a little too early. But you can never leave too early. You got to make sure that the pitcher commits on a hit and run.
Well, he was in a bad spot. I don't know if you can see that between first and second, but with that rain really made it a little muddy there.
Yeah.
You can see the track where he was sliding at.
And that's one thing you always do, especially when it's wet. You go out there with your team, and especially the guys the rabbits, like I talked about, the fast guys and everything. And look at it. See if you can steal. Can we steal in this? Is it too wet? Is it too squishy, muddy, whatever? And it definitely looks. It still looks like around first there, Frank. If you look, there's still a little.
Yeah,
it looks a little wet.
There's a ball hit into the right field. The right fielder moving to his right makes the catch for out number 3. That was Jackson Swift making the catch out in right field.
And that was a good hit. I mean, he drove it hard. Swink hit it. Squared it up.
So the bottom half of the second inning for the Rebels, they score no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the third inning. Due up for the Wichita Vipers will be the center fielder, number 15, Colin Pearson. Pearson?
Yeah. I was just looking through there. Colin Pearson, he's going to be a senior this next year. He's 5'10", 160, a lefty outfielder, left-handed pitcher from McPherson, Kansas. Another good program.
And Ricky Hockett ready to go to work. His first pitch is in there for call strike 1 as we are in the top half of the third inning. Here's the pitch by Hockett. He squares around, lays a bunt, but that bunt's going to be a fair ball. That's exactly right. Henry Clausen grabbed the ball in foul territory, but he had his foot in fair territory. So that is going to be a base hit there by Colin Pearson.
Yeah, that's the first hit they've had against us, because they didn't have a hit the other night. That's a tough one to get a hit on.
Well, the umpire made a great call there As Clausen had his feet in fair territory. And now Clausen throws the ball over Hockett's head. So runner did not advance on that. But now up to bat will be the first baseman, number 8, Isaiah Figueroa. Ball hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman moving to his right is Jurgensen. He only has one play, and that is at first base. So Pearson will end up at second base, and it is a 4-3 put out for out number 1.
Yeah,
Jurgensen, he showed some pretty good range there because he was kind of playing up because of stolen base. It looked like he was stealing it. He broke towards second, then had to go back towards the hole there between first base and second.
That will bring up the third baseman, number 0, Oscar Gallardo. Gallardo walked his first time, and there's Hockett's first pitch to him is high for ball 1. Runner on at second base with one down here in the top half of the third inning. No scores so far. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And here's Hockett's pitch. There goes the runner to third base. That one is fouled off, and the count will even up now at 1-1. And Pearson will have to hustle back to second base after that foul ball.
Yeah, and I think, Coach Jenkins, he wants to be aggressive right here. He's going to push it right here. He's got nothing to lose. Might as well try to get something going.
So the count even at 1-1 now to Gallardo.
And Pearson did have 2 stolen bases the other night.
He has been very aggressive on the base pass. That one fouled off there by Gallardo, as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I don't know if they want to maybe do a pitch out right here or whatever, but I think right now just Hockett who's come right after him get the strikeout.
1-2 the count now to Gallardo. Who up next is Dean, the designated hitter. Once again, if you're just now joining us, the Newton Rebels have black jerseys with white pants.
Looks like they tried a little pitch out right there.
That one misses outside for ball 2. So the count will even up now at 2-2. And the Wichita Vipers have their black jerseys, but they have white sleeves down their sleeves. That one bounces in front of, excuse me.
That's Clausen right there?
Yeah, but I have to sneeze. Sorry.
Okay. No, that was just ball in the dirt. Clausen did a good job.
Oh, excuse me. Boy, I had to sneeze there. That was Clausen. That stayed in. This ball got away. The runner advances to third base. And that one misses for ball 4. So there'll be runners now on at first and third with one down. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 9, Mason Dean.
Yeah, Mason Dean. We talked about him the other day from Spearville High School. Spearville is by Dodge City, as we know. And 6 foot, 175, righty. Catcher, third base, right-handed pitcher.
First pitch there to Dean, misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Ricky Hockett's been his own worst enemy.
Well, he's given up 3 walks here so far in the ball game. 2 in the first and 1 here in the third. That one in there for call strike, as the count will even up now at 1-1. So we have runners on at first and third. There's Pearson at third and Gallardo on at first with one down here in the top half of the third inning. No score yet so far. Hockett's pitch ball hit to the second baseman. Second baseman Jurgensen goes to Hanna and then over to first base, and he calls him safe. Wow, that was a close play.
So the
run will scored. I'm not sure if he did or not, but the umpire called him safe at first base. So the run will score from third base. And we have a 4-6 put out.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought he had it, Frank. I didn't know, but I thought maybe he's reaching for that ball right there, that maybe he did take his foot off.
So now there'll be a runner on at first base with 2 down, and brings up the right fielder, number 2, Jackson Swift. That one misses for ball 1 as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. Well, that's the second time I've seen a play that could have been called, I thought, the other way. But
well, like I said, I don't know. We don't have the instant replay.
Nope.
But Swift, 6'1", 195 from Halstead High School.
Now Hannah's coming in to talk to Hockett.
Yeah, usually, like I said, Ricky usually pounds that zone. He's usually Especially, he has his rough first innings, but after that he kind of settles in.
So the count is 1 ball, no strikes, I believe, to Jackson Swift. Mason Dean on at first base with two down now. Here in the top half of the third inning, 1-0 is the score.
But Hannah's shown some leadership, saying, hey, I saw something, I'm going to talk to you.
And here's the pitch by Hockett. That fastball misses low and outside. As the count now goes to 2 balls. It is 3-0. Okay, that's what I thought. 3 balls, no strikes now. We missed one pitch there somewhere. So 3 balls, no strikes now to Jackson Swift. And here's the pitch by Hockett. That one in there for called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Mason Dean. Here in the top half of the third inning. Well, the Rebels were just a step or two away from turning a double play and getting out of this inning, not allowing any runs.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, I was like you. I thought they had it. But, again, and Coach Clark didn't go out there and talk to him or anything like that. So maybe he does pull that foot right there. But
count is full now at 3-2 now to Swift.
It did lead to a run.
Hockett's pitch. That one foul, hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be in foul territory. As first baseman Corey Mason scoops it up, but it is in foul territory. And all this started with a little base hit in foul territory.
Yeah. Yep.
How can it be a base hit in foul territory, you ask? Well, real simple. When your catcher has his foot in play. And here is the ball hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be a base hit into right field. And Eli Hickman comes up with it. And that means that the Wichita Vipers record their second hit of the ball game.
And Swift right there, he just kind of reached out. It's an outside pitch away. And you do what you're supposed to do as a right-handed hitter. And then way pitch, just go ahead. And there's a big hole right there between first base and second. He's poked it right through there.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 6, Jaron Brown. So now runners on at first and second with 2 down. 1-0 to score in favor of the Wichita Vipers. And here's Hockett's pitch. Ball hits the right-hand side. That also by the second baseman, by Eli Hickman, comes up with it, comes in home. Oh, what a great play there. Now running.
He's going to run it back.
There's a play at home plate. They're going to be out. Forced out at home plate is Dean. They had Eli Hickman threw a strike into home plate, and Clausen ran him back. Actually, he didn't know what to do there at first, and then because there was 2 runners on base, as Swift had already moved to third base, but Dean was standing on third base. So finally, Clausen ran towards third base, and he almost overthrew third baseman. But then third baseman did.
Nolan Riley again made a great play.
Yeah, Nolan Riley made a great job of stopping that, and then finally tagged out Dean for the third out. So that was the third out, and but the top half of the third inning for the Wichita Vipers, they score 1 run on. Should have been 3 hits because I think that was Brown that got the base hit.
Yeah, another base hit.
So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 2.5 innings of play, it is the Vipers 1 and the Rebels 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. And due up for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Hanna. He'll be followed by Hickman and Clausen.
Costas has done a good job right now, Frank. I mean, this 6 up, 6 down, I guess, right there. But I guess 1 walk. So he's been 6 hitters up. I like Hannah here. I like to see him up here, the lefty. From Beaverton, Oregon. 5'6", 177, Western Oregon University.
There's a pitch by Casas.
And he definitely plays a lot of energy that you brought up before, Frank. Which we probably need. It sounds like we all need some energy today.
Count is 1 ball, no strikes, I believe. There's another pitch. That one misses high.
Did you get your sleep, Frank, by the way, speaking of energy?
Very little, but last night I finally got to sleep and
Good.
didn't get any sleep today though. But here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes now to Jaden Hanna, who's playing shortstop this evening for the Newton Rebels. We are in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 1-0 is the score. Here's the pitch in there for call strike. Nice breaking ball there by Aaron Casas.
I mean, Casas right here is not like overpowering you or whatever. You know, they got to wait a little more and let the ball get a little deeper.
And here's Casas' pitch. That one lifted into left field. Left fielder moving towards the line, but that's going to be foul as the count will now go full at 3-2.
But he does a good job with his delivery. It's pretty much the same delivery, and he has his off speed. He likes his breaking ball. You could tell that. But right there, he popped in his fastball, which is kind of sneaky.
And here's the pitch by Casas. That one misses high for ball 4. And just like Jaden Hanna does every time, he hustles down to first base after reaching on a base on balls.
Number 0, Eli.
That will bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. Hickman comes in batting .263 as he's appeared in 13 ball games, has been up to bat 38 times, has 10 hits, has scored 9 runs, and has a total of 4 RBIs.
Yeah, he's from Indiana, 5'9", 175, from Concordia, Chicago.
There's a throw over to first base. Hanna is in safely.
You know, Frank, you talk about hustling down to first. If you remember back in the day when Pete Rose was playing, you and I were both alive back then. But, you know, you saw a lot of guys out there hustling down there. You see a lot of back then. Remember that?
There goes Hanna. That one is fouled off. Hanna started taking about 3 or 4 steps, and all of a sudden he slipped in the mud, and then he decided to go ahead and take off. But it was fouled off there by Eli Hickman as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike. So Hanna will head back to first base. Once again, not very many comments here tonight on live chat. I'd like to welcome you if you are watching Newton Rebels baseball. That one misses high for ball 1. So the count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike now to Eli Hickman, who's playing right field here this evening for the Newton Rebels.
Now, like, see, Eli's, he's got some good speed out there in the outfield, and he's made some nice plays for us.
Another throw over to first base. That ball gets away from the first baseman. It's going to be an error as Hanna reaches second and rounds second.
Yeah.
My goodness, it must be awful muddy out there because them guys are
Stumbling, wasn't he?
well, not only
around.
stumbling, but you know how normally when you go around bases, you take those long strides.
Yeah,
Well, these were
these
little
choppy
choppy steps.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So Hanna will end up at second base on an error.
Because he's usually the kind of guy that would be at third base. You know, he's that kind of guy. But he's safe right there, no outs. He's right in scoring position.
So Hanna will be at second base with no outs. And Eli Hickman, the count still 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hickman.
Like I said, Hickman's job right now, if they keep working on their game, is move him over, get him over to third base.
Being down 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Definitely need to hit the ball to the right-hand side if possible or lay one down. Here's the pitch to Hickman. That one misses outside, and that will take the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like Casas relies on that breaking ball quite a bit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's his. But like I said, he pops in that fastball. It's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
He came inside on Hanna.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That one lifted to the right-hand side, and that will be foul as the first baseman, Figueroa, tried to get to it, but just could not get to it. and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and Figueroa right there is one thing the young man needs to learn is, sprint and run and then get the glove up. He was running with his glove up the whole way, and that slows you down. So that's something that he'll learn.
So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Eli Hickman, with Hannah on at second base and no out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And here's Casa's pitch. That one misses way outside. That gets away from the catcher. Going over to third base will be Hannah, and he's going to be thrown out at third base by the catcher. Good job there by the catcher, Cannon.
Yeah, and that's one thing. You don't want to make that first out at third base, especially something like that, because you had him in scoring position. You got speed. Hannah has good speed.
Well, the ball did not get away that far
No.
from Cannon, and especially as muddy as that infield is, I definitely wouldn't have gone, but as there's the ball hit to the right-hand side and going to go unassisted at first base is Figueroa.
And you would have had your runner right there at third base.
Exactly right.
And that's always a goal. That was my goal when I brought guys in. I said, one of our goals, run around third base, 1 out. How are we going to do it? There's different ways you can get them over there. But right there, that was a great opportunity for them to get them there and then leave it up to Mr. Clausen here.
So we have 2 down now. With the now batting will be the catcher number 5, Henry Clausen.
That's the teamwork part of it, Frank. When you trust each other, believe in each other.
Clausen has only appeared in 3 ball games. This is his 3rd time up to the plate here in this season. He's only been up twice, has no hits so far. First pitch was a ball. Fastball misses high as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Well, that was a costly out at third base, as we could have had a runner on at third base with 1 down. And here's the pitch by Casas. That one lifted into the infield. Looks like the shortstop is going to be getting under it, and that is Brown. He does make the catch for out number 3. So fly out to the shortstop for the 3rd out. The bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, the Wichita Vipers 1 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by Mark Cavala, our general manager, here for the Newton Rebels. As we go to the top half of the 4th inning, 1-0 is the score in favor of the Wichita Vipers. Due up for the Vipers will be the catcher, number 10, Trent Cannon. That one is fouled off by Cannon as Ricky Hockett is in his 4th inning of work.
Yeah, and I was going to say that, just looking at observing the Rebels, they kind of are playing flat.
That one lifted to the 3rd baseman. Riley makes the catch for out number 1.
No, and I'm saying Frank doesn't look like a lot of energy, and I know I could see Coach Clark clapping his hands in there, starting trying to get guys up, especially a couple of the mental errors. And, right now they don't have a hit, and
So we were talking about how many base runners that they've had. It hasn't been a lot.
And my correction there should have been the batter was Cooper or Camden Cooper. Now batting the catcher number 10, Trent Cannon. That's who I had at first, and then for some reason
Well, Trent Cannon's 5'8", 180 pounds. Catcher, second baseman, right-handed pitcher from Cheney High School.
So we do have one down now here in the top half of the fourth inning. The first pitch was called strike one.
Our director of hospitality is here, Jim Williams, saying that this is a slight drizzle.
That one a swing and a miss there as the count now goes to 0-2. So we do have a slight drizzle out on the field. We're hoping that we get the ball game in as we are in the top half of the fourth inning. 1-0 is the score. And here's Hockett's pitch, misses high as the count will go now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Trent Cannon on at the plate. That one misses low, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And what do you think on Hockett? He looks out of sync, doesn't he? He looks like, he just...
He's just kind of rushing things just a little bit right
that's
now.
what I'm looking
It
at
doesn't
right
seem
now.
like he's quite in a groove. But
talk about that tempo.
here's the pitch. That one is hit to the right-hand side. First baseman Corey Mason.
I think he got some help right there.
Boy, Corey Mason just slipping and sliding all over the place there. And that is unassisted at first base for the out. And now we have 2 down. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 35, Joseph Villatoro.
Yeah, I thought that that ball was going to hit him, it looked like, Frank. He's kind of more of a defensive kind of swing.
Here's the pitch by Hockett. That first pitch in there for call strike one. A fastball.
Villatoro. It's going to be a senior.
Let's see, we have John Hanna that says, "Go Rebels."
All
We
right.
welcome you, John, to the broadcast. And anybody else that's out there watching, just not posting on live chat. We do have live chat up and running. If you'd like to make a comment, we'd like to announce your name and let us know where you're from. There's a swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from Clausen. That'll be a strikeout for Hockett.
Yeah, it's a strikeout.
Fastball.
Yep.
So Villatoro will end up at first base. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 15, Colin Pearson.
You'll have to check and see what his pitch count is with Ricky right there. Hockett, I know it's getting up there. I know Jay Gibbs will probably check it out for us. But, it's getting up there. And you don't want to, something like that, prolong it, put more pitches. You want to be efficient like we talked about.
So we have 2 down now. And Pearson up at the plate.
63. And I don't know how long he's going to let him go. I know he's been extending some of the starters.
Here's the pitch. That one's a swing and a miss there by Pearson. And I believe the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see I didn't see what the first pitch was. And Ricky Hockett said, here's the pitch. That one is lifted into the shortstop. Hanna backing up into the grass area. Gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So an F6 is the play for the third out. Not before on top out the fourth inning for the Vipers. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 3.5, it is the Wichita Vipers 1 and the Newton Rebels 0. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I just noticed you were talking about the footing of the field right there. Nolan Riley took a step and he slipped. I mean, he slipped almost down. It's that slick out there, so it's you have to be pretty careful out there. Hope nobody gets injured, and hopefully this slight little rain, whatever, this drizzle, stops and doesn't affect the ball game.
And we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Wichita Vipers, and I don't see this guy's name on here.
He's not on there?
He's not on there? Okay. Because I don't see him.
Number 22.
Is it number 22? It is supposed to be Hoppe, but I don't have a first name.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Well, he gave me this, that he was going to be coming in the second inning, but he's coming in on the 4th. Is there a Bourne?
Is that Hop?
Well, we're not sure if it's Bourne or if it's, I think it's supposed to be Hop, Hoppe, or Hoppy, one of the two.
Lead off number 7.
It is spelled Hoppe, and that we think is who is coming in to pitch now. We don't have any information on him whatsoever, so we apologize about that, but this is the way it happens sometimes. As we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning, due up for the Newton Rebels, center fielder number 7, Justin Barnes. And you're right, it just seems like the Newton Rebels are not quite lively.
Yeah, there's
They're just kind of going through the motion, it seems like.
And I think sometimes when you win over a team, run rule them the other day, then you come out. But you got to realize every game's different.
That ball lifted into center field. Center fielder makes the catch. That's Pearson for out number 1.
But the Rebels have hit some balls hard. I mean, right at them. I mean, seen Pearson make a couple of nice plays out there, and I mean, just nothing's working for him right now. Just got to keep the game close.
That bring up the second baseman number 6, Camden Jurgensen. Jurgensen is 0 for 1 here tonight as he struck out his first time at the plate. And here's the pitch by number 22. The ball hit to the second baseman. That's Villatoro, and he goes to first for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out for the second out.
You know one thing, Frank, you and I have talked about this, I don't know, off the record or whatever we've been talking about. Nobody bunts. And I'm just sitting there going, especially with the footing of a third baseman right there, it's tough. If somebody just put a bunt down there, one of these guys, we got some pretty fast guys.
I thought about that in about the second inning.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a great night to lay down a bunt.
I've thought at every game I've seen third baseman playing with the outfield grass.
And not only that, but when you got a new pitcher, I mean, you got to be a little bit more patient. And then we've seen that all year long by the Rebels. They just have been so impatient swinging at the first or second pitch, and I don't understand it. When I used to coach, I always told the kids, take a pitch.
Right.
Make him throw you a strike.
You don't want to help the pitcher out.
No, you don't
Remember
want to
that?
help
You
them.
say that. Don't help the pitcher out.
So the count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Corey Mason, left-handed batter. That one almost hits Mason as the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. But, of course, I'm not a head coach now. I'm just a announcer. But that's just my opinion. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 4. So Corey Mason will be on 4 straight pitches.
Not like that. Mason let the umpire call it. He stayed right in the box.
And that will bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. Nolan Riley, another all-star here for the Newton Rebels.
Right. And he's the kind of guy who can get things going in one swing. We've seen him do it.
So we have Corey Mason, Nolan Riley, shortstop, Andrew Brotman.
No problem.
And
let's say
Gillick.
Yep.
And Zach Gillick are all-stars that are representing the Newton Rebels here this year. That all-star game will be July the 5th at X Stadium. If you're coming into Wichita, it will be on the campus of Wichita State University as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
There's also a home run hitting.
There'll be a home run hitting competition at, I believe, 5 or 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Brotman's going to be in it. Okay. Andrew Brotman will be on it. And then also Enzo the Boom Bonventry, who plays for the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
Right, yeah. He's having a great year, which doesn't surprise us.
Yeah, used to be a Newton Rebel until this year for many years. That one in there for call strike as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. So Bonventry will be in. He is leading the league in home runs, by the way. That one hit hard there by Nolan Riley. That's going to be in there for extra bases possibly. And moving over to third base is Corey Mason. Standing up and in with a double is Nolan Riley as he records the first hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels.
And this patience right there paid off. He saw a couple pitches and just took that inside pitch and just didn't do too much with it. A nice double.
That double is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. So we have runners now on at second and third with 2 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 1-0 is the score as the Newton Rebels record their first hit of the ball game. Great time for Aiden Corrigan to get a base hit here, as there is 2 down now. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside. Corrigan reached on a base on balls the first time up, and then was run down on that
Yeah, that was an
play
interesting.
between first and second.
You didn't write all that down, Frank? How
I
many?
got 1 to 3 is what I put.
Okay.
That one misses low for ball 2. But I know it was 1 to 3 to the 6 to 4 to. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
I didn't have enough room in my box here
Just-
to write all those down.
too many throws.
Too many throws.
Defense can't be doing that many throws, but they got them out.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch now. That one in there for call strike. Nice pitch there by number 22. Once again, we're not sure if that's Hoppy or Bourne because we have no numbers for him.
Yeah, I could see the rain there now. Though.
And oh yeah, it's coming down now. It must be about 8 or 8:30.
Yeah.
That one lifted into right field. That's going to be in for a base hit, and scoring from third base will be Mason, and coming around to score from second base is Nolan Riley, as the Newton Rebels now take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That is the second hit of the ball game, and 2 RBIs for Aiden Corrigan.
And that's what 2 outs.
Exactly right. And now also that double is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. Also those plays at the plate was sponsored by the Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team always ready, always there. There's a swing and a miss there by designated hitter number 27, Connor Swing.
Yeah, take a nice big cut right there, but I'm glad to see get those 2 runs in right there. And like I said, with this rain, we don't know how much longer this game will go, too.
So Aiden Corrigan comes through with a double and 2 RBIs. That one misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Great job of hitting there by Aiden Corrigan as he moves up on our leaderboard for the player of the game. Here's the pitch. That one swing and a miss there by Swink. And that takes the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Okay, right there, pretty long swing right there. He needs to just shorten it up now, and he's got that runner right there at second base. Just a little base hit and possibly score. Depends on the footing out there that we talked about.
And here's the pitch. The breaking ball misses high for ball 2. So that will even up the count now at 2-2.
You know, I kind of like Swink just trying to turn. Looked like he was trying to turn into that breaking ball. It's definitely not going to hurt you, but it just missed him.
Yeah, I'm sure that he would have been hit there. That ball was across the plate. Just that one lifted to the right-hand side. Second baseman backing up, right fielder misjudged that one, and he finally does come in and makes the catch. That was Jackson Swift making the catch in right field for out number 3. He backed up a couple steps and then realized that the ball was coming in, so he was able to readjust and made the catch in right field for the 3rd out. But not before the Newton Rebels scored 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, the Newton Rebels 2 and the Wichita Vipers 1. And we want to thank Back Alley Pizza as they are now getting ready to hand that pizza to one lucky winner. Once again, thanks Back Alley Pizza for that pizza here tonight. We appreciate their sponsorship.
You can see who won out there, Frank, because, I mean, people are all gathered pretty excited about it. I know Jake wishes he was out there, you know. I'm glad you didn't get a number and pick your own number there, Jake. Pick your own number for the pizza.
Well, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Wichita Vipers will be the first baseman, number 8, Isaiah Figueroa. He'll be followed by Gallardo and then Dean.
Isaiah Figueroa from Mays South. You know, it's kind of neat, Frank, seeing all these area high school kids because, you know, we can follow them in the spring and see how they're doing.
And here's the pitch by Hockett. That one hit into right field. Right fielder Hickman not able to get to it. And Figueroa records his first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, he did a good job just going with that pitch away. Fastball, just take it right there to right center.
As that is the fourth hit of the ball game for the Wichita Vipers. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 0, Oscar Gallardo.
Back alley's going to feed us tomorrow. Yeah, good play.
So the score is 2-1 here in the top half of the fifth inning. There's Hockett's pitch, misses outside for ball 1. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Oscar Gallardo. Figueroa on at first base as he just reached on a base hit. 2-1 is the score. If you're just now joining us, that ball lifted into left field. Left fielder backing up. That's going to be up against the wall. And coming over to third base will be Figueroa. And he is coming in home. Here comes the throw into home. And he's going to be safe.
Was he safe?
The throw was there, but catcher Clausen was not able to make the tag as he moved his body down to third base line instead of staying at home. And in to score is Figueroa. Moving over to third base is Gallardo, and he gets an RBI.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong throw right there from Hannah.
It was a very strong throw. There's a swing and a miss there by Mason Dean. As we have no outs with the runner on at third base. And the score now tied up at 2 apiece. So 2 base hits here in the inning. That one fouled off there by Dean.
You know, you can tell Ricky Hockett, he doesn't have his A stuff for sure. We know that because we've seen this guy. He's been probably one of the most consistent starters. I think he had the one bad outing against Cheney, but the wind.
A swing and a miss there by Dean as he goes down swinging for the first out. And that is the, I believe, 7th strikeout of the ball game, recorded by Ricky Hockett.
And there's nothing against these Viper guys, but they're not the Cheney Diamond Dogs. And, you know, the wind was blowing out, and, you know, those guys can hit the ball. They've got D1 guys. And Ricky just, you just tell he's not, he doesn't have it right now. And he's fighting it. But he's making some adjustments.
That first pitch there now to Jackson Swift is called strike 1. Now batting for the Vipers is the right fielder, number 2, Jackson Swift. He is 1 for 2 here tonight as he got a base hit in the third inning and was left stranded at second base. Here's the pitch by Hockett. That one is fouled off by Swift as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. There is a runner on at third base with 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. The score tied up now at 2 apiece.
Let's see, a majority of his pitches are definitely fastballs. He's just coming right after them, but they're doing a good job. The Vipers doing a good job taking that opposite pitch the opposite way.
That one misses high for ball 1 as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'd like to welcome Joyce McIntyre, who says, "Go Vipers." And also like to welcome John Hanna, which is Mighty Mouse's dad in Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome you to the broadcast. Also like to welcome Jan Hansen, who says she's watching from Kansas City metro area. As the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on at third base with 1 down. That one in there for call, strike 3, as Jackson Swift goes down looking for out number 2. And that is the 8th strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett. So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the 5th inning. And that will bring up the shortstop, number 6, Jaron Brown.
Now, the one thing, too, Frank, I mean, both the runs that have scored were off base hits, at least. I mean, it's not walks. It's not hit batters.
That first pitch, that's ball all gets away there from Clausen, but it's right at his feet area. Clausen is a Newton Rebel alumni, isn't he? I mean, Newton Rayler.
Yep.
Okay.
Really, yep.
That's what I thought. He is from Newton.
Yep.
Count is 1 ball, no strike. There's a swing and a miss there by Brown, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's quite an athlete, football. I mean, sound like he could do all the sports, what I'm hearing from the locals around here.
So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch by Hockett. That one up high, and that would take the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch by Hockett. That ball hit to the second baseman. Second baseman Jurgensen goes to first for out number 3.
Whoa, that's
wow,
close.
that was a close play. 4-3 is the put out, but not before the Wichita Vipers score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, it is the Vipers 2 and the Rebels 2. We'll be right back.
Okay. You guys got the young guys over there.
I don't think it's number 1.
It's number 8.
I think it's.
I think it's Isaiah.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. We're going to have a new pitcher now for the Wichita Vipers. Trying to see who that is exactly.
I think our 2 young guys on the left over here, I think, said it was number 8.
It is number 8. And number 8 is Figueroa.
2 set of eyes. Sorry. Yeah, Figueroa.
Yeah,
He's
Figueroa.
from Mays South.
So we should have a new first baseman then also. So Figueroa now coming in to pitch.
It's hard to tell the numbers. They're really small.
Boy, it is. It is very hard to see the numbers here. All right, now due up for the Newton Rebels here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It will be the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Hanna. And head coach Red Clark was out at second base area doing some work.
You know, I got a question for John Hanna. I mean, he's the dad there. We know Mouse likes chocolate milk. What's his favorite chocolate milk? What flavor is it? I mean, what I'm saying, like, is it Hershey's chocolate? Is it
You mean what brand?
Brand, yeah. What
Okay.
brand chocolate milk? We'll see if it matches Frank's favorite.
You totally confused me with what his flavor.
Yeah, man, no, flavor, not even flavor. What brand? Sorry, thank you.
Okay,
Frank.
there you go. I just didn't know what you're asking.
John knew what I meant, Right, John?
Okay, the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now. As the count, that one is high. And now the ball is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jaden Hanna.
And he gets to be a leadoff this inning. That's what we're talking about. Every game, everybody could be a leadoff. Just
That one called strike 3 as Hanna goes down looking for out number 1.
I think he was surprised by that breaking pitch. That was a good breaker.
And that is Figueroa's first strikeout of the ball game. And that will bring up the right fielder number 0, Eli Hickman.
No Hickman from Concordia, Chicago.
Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, score tied up at 2 apiece. If you're just now joining us, we welcome all you Wichita Viper fans to the broadcast. We hope you enjoy the broadcast. This is Frank Martinez, the play-by-play announcer, joined along by General Manager Mark Cavala of the Newton Rebels. That one hit hard into center field. Center fielder
Yeah, did they change? I didn't know.
Not sure if they changed or not. I think that's supposed to be Pearson.
Still Pearson? Yeah.
Yep. Making the catch for out number 2.
5, Henry Clausen.
So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and that will bring up the catcher number 5, Henry Clausen. Clausen is 0 for 1 here tonight as he flew out to the shortstop his first time up.
And that's 8 fly balls by the Rebels.
That first pitch to Clausen is in there for strike 1. Great breaking ball there by Figueroa. Here's the pitch. That ball hit hard there by Clausen. That's going to be lifted foul. And the count will go now to no balls and 2 strikes.
He got out in front of that.
Boy, he sure did.
Little power right there, a little punch.
Sure did. Now, Clausen's going to have to make sure he keeps his hands back as he's down no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we know what we're going to see here.
Yep.
Figueroa
That's exactly why I was saying that.
He's got a good breaker.
Going to be that breaking ball, I'm sure. We're going to have a timeout. Timeout Clausen as home plate umpire steps towards first base, calls time. And the count is no balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, score tied up at 2 apiece. And here's the pitch by Figueroa. That was a fastball into the ground, well in front of home plate. Good job there by the catcher, Cannon, as he made the stop.
Frank, look, we got some sunshine going through. Blue sky. And it doesn't look like it's sprinkling, so that's good news.
That one is swing and a miss there by Clausen as he goes down swinging for out number 3. That is the 2nd strikeout recorded by Figueroa. And the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 5 innings of play, the score tied up at 2 apiece. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. We just found out something. We thank Mark.
Yeah, Mark from the Newton, Kansas.
Newton, Kansas, who let us know that pitcher is not Figueroa, but instead is Bourne. We don't have a first name. Matter of fact, we had no number for him, but apparently there's 2 number 8s out there for the Wichita Vipers. So Bourne is now the pitcher for the Wichita Vipers.
And why would they have 2 number 8s, Frank? What's the...
Well, it's that happens sometimes, and we're going to have a pinch hitter, number 12 now coming in, and Ricky Hockett will start his 6th inning of work.
And that's Ryan Means.
Okay. We have Means coming in.
42.
42.
Okay, sorry. It's hard to read these numbers out here, folks. That's Brandon Bosley. 5'11", 180, right-hander infielder from Goddard High School.
So Brandon Bosley is now pinch hitting.
They call him the Boz on the team, I hear.
For the Wichita Vipers. Top half of the 6th inning, this count is 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a swing and a miss there by Bosley. And the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, if you are listening in and you'd like to make a comment, we'll announce your names over there. These games are on YouTube that you know because you're watching. That one calls strike 3. Ball gets away from Clausen. Clausen goes to first base to Mason for out number 1.
Yeah, it was a good job by Clausen right there. not to let it get too far and make a good, accurate throw.
And that is the 9th strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett.
And we have another one, Frank. Let's see, this one, I could read this one, number 13.
Okay, pinch hitter number 13.
Ethan.
And that's going to be Wanless.
Yeah. Wenless, is that Ethan Wenless? Or, okay, 2023 graduate, 5'8", 160, catcher, outfielder, third baseman, Northwest High School. And we did see him the other day play.
Ethan Wanless now pinch hitting for the Wichita Vipers. Ricky Hockett in his 6th inning of work. A swing and a miss there by Wanless as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. As we have 1 down now here in the top half of the 6th inning. Score tied up at 2 apiece. Breaking ball there by Hockett as he goes down swinging for out number 3. Apparently there was 2 strikes already that I missed.
That's why he just went right after him. I mean, really quick. He's working quick right now, and he's got his breaking ball working. So that's what you want to see out of Ricky.
And that is the 10th strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett. That will bring up the second baseman, number 35. And that is Joseph Villatoro. And here is Hockett's pitch. First ball, breaking ball misses outside as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. Two down here in the top half of the 6th.
What a beautiful evening now. I mean, it's if you told me it was going to be like this, Frank.
I looked at the radar and it looked like about 8:30 the thunderstorms were coming in, but it sure doesn't look like it now. Count is, that one was fouled off.
Of course, we can't see what's behind us.
No.
So I don't know.
But the
Hopefully,
radar that I saw were all coming from the north.
we got Mark over there has been on the weather for us, so.
But it looks very sunny right now.
Yeah, I think Ricky's found his groove right here. He's doing a good job getting ahead, and
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is a little bit of weather there about, well, we're not going to worry about that. That's going to be around midnight. We'll be out of here by then. There's a swing and a miss there by Villatoro as he goes down swinging. And for the 2nd time in the ball game here, Ricky Hockett strikes out the side. And that is out number 3, and that is the 11th strikeout recorded by Ricky Hockett. So the end of 5.5 innings of play, score tied up at 2 apiece, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score tied up at 2 apiece. You're watching Newton Rebels baseball. And looks like we have another pitcher. This time it is number 8, Figueroa.
we were right, but an inning earlier inning we were right.
And now going to first base is number 2, Swift. The first base, that is Swift.
Yeah, Figueroa, again, the 2022 grad, 6 foot 170, Mays South. First baseman, third baseman, right-handed pitcher. A lot of these guys, they play different positions. It's not just POs. A lot of these guys can play.
Gallardo will be moving to shortstop. And then moving to third base, looks like it's going to be number 9, Dean. In center field will be number 8, Brown, or correction, number 6, Brown. Bosley will be playing left field. Catching is number 13, Wanless. At second base, still via Toro. And in right field now should be McIntyre. Will be a right fielder. And here's the first pitch as due up here for the Newton Rebels. Here in the bottom half of the sixth inning is center fielder number 7, Justin Barnes.
And it's pretty amazing that right now the Rebels only have 2 hits on that board.
That one misses outside.
They did hit some balls hard, Frank, but I mean, just, you just don't think that it could be out hit right now.
As the count goes to 1-1 strike now. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. Beautiful evening now here in Newton, Kansas. I'm really amazed at it because I did just look at the radar and it looks like it's all south of us in Wichita area. That one fouled off there by Barnes, and that will even up the count now at 2-2 strikes.
And Heidi over there, she said that it was going to clear up, and I guess she has some power that we don't know about or something because I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Well, if she knows something I don't know, I want her to go to the casino with me so I can know what numbers to bid on. That one was fouled off there by Barnes, so the count will stay at 2-2 strikes.
Yeah, I think some of the off-speed, kind of a little slower kind of pitching that the guys are used to. They're not staying back a lot. And they're having a little trouble with it.
And here's Figueroa's pitch. That one is fouled off there by Barnes as the count stays at 2-2. Good hustle there by Wanless as he thought that might come into play, but it was fouled off of Barnes there.
But you got to be pretty impressed with the Vipers' pitch. I mean, they're around the zone. They're not walking a lot of guys.
So 2-2 the count, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball just misses high.
Wow, that's close.
That was
close.
awful close. And the count goes, I think Barnes got a little lucky there. That was just a tad high, and the count goes full now at 3-2. Because it looked like a great pitch there by Figueroa. It just misses high. Here's the pitch. Fastball that lifts it to the right-hand side. Looks like McIntyre in right field will make the catch for out number 1.
You know, Frank, it's just something that you were bringing up earlier. It's like the guys are being very aggressive. I mean, right there, Barnes, saw a lot of pitches. But you look at it, there's only been 2 walks. So is it the control of the Viper pitchers, or is it that we're a little too aggressive? I don't know. But, I mean,
I know an inning or two where we swung at the first pitch and then the second pitch when that, you need to take some pitches there.
Right.
But anyway, now batting the second baseman, number 6, Camden Jurgensen. There's a swing and a miss there by Jurgensen. Jurgensen is 0 for 2 here tonight as he's grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th, and then he struck out in the 1st. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 down. That one misses high, and that will take the count now to 1-1 strike. 2-2 is the score here in the bottom half of 6th. We need base runners. And here's the pitch by Figueroa. That one hits to the third baseman. Third baseman hits off his chest, but he goes to first base, and the ball gets away from the first baseman as that was into the ground.
Yeah, it was a good job by the third baseman, though, just to stop it and stay with it. But, yeah, the ball, I don't know. That was a tough play for first base. Looks like he was slipping a little.
We'll see if that was a hit or not. Error. Okay, that's what I thought. That's an error on the third baseman there.
Made a good stop, though. I mean, he stayed with it. Just the throw got away, just a little right into the dirt.
So that will put a runner on at first base. That's Jurgensen. That brings up the first baseman, number 3, Corey Mason. The first pitch misses high for ball 1.
No, Mason, he was on that hot streak. I think he was on 8 straight times. That was a couple weeks ago, whatever, but he was just hitting the ball, getting on base, doing a great job.
Taking whatever it takes to get on base. There's a hard hit ball into right field. That's Jurgensen's rounding second base. He'll be hit into third, and Mason will stop at first base with a base hit as he records his first hit of the ball game.
Again, nothing fancy, just an inside pitch right there and just turned on it and little base hit.
And that is the third hit recorded by the Newton Rebels, as now there is runners on at first and third with one down, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. Riley recorded a double his last time up, and an RBI.
Yeah, RBI.
Correction,
Was
that
it-
was not an RBI.
He didn't get?
No, he did not. It was
no.
Corrigan got the two RBIs on his double.
Well, he's got a chance right here.
Yep. That breaking ball misses high for ball one. Once again, we have Jurgensen on at third base and Mason on at first. With one down here in the bottom half of the sixth, the score tied up at 2 apiece. But the Newton Rebels are threatening here in the bottom half of the sixth. Here's the pitch by Figueroa. That one misses high for ball two. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Nolan Riley, who is 1 for 2 here tonight. He flew out to center field in the second inning as he made the first out, and then got a double in the fourth inning and scored a run. Here's the pitch by Figueroa. That one down low as the count will go 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Riley definitely shows some patience. He rarely swings at bad pitches.
That one breaking ball in there for call strike one. As the count now goes to 3 balls, 1 strike now to Nolan Riley.
Now I guarantee he wants that pitch right now with that 3-1.
I don't think it's going to be a fastball.
No.
You're going to have to wait on it. And here is the pitch. It is a fastball,
Well,
but he misses high. Now should be ball 4. And
But, see,
it is.
but he had such a good eye. I mean, because most people probably would have swung at that right there, and he held off.
So Riley reaches on base. That moves Mason over to second base, and that will bring up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Corrigan had a double his last time up and 2 RBIs, as he is 1 for 1 here tonight. With 2 RBIs, got a chance here to put the Rebels back in the lead. If he can just get the bat on the ball somewhere without turning a double play. And Figueroa ready to go to work, and here's the pitch. That one hit hard down the first base side, but it is going to be fouled as Corrigan pulled it.
Yeah, Coach Seltzer right there coaching first base. He was ready for it, it looked like.
Really turned on that pitch there as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Good. Sounded really
Yeah.
like he made some great contact that time. And here's the pitch. That one hit hard there by Corrigan, going down the right field line, and that's going to be out of the ballpark, but foul. So the count will now go to no balls and 2 strikes. Boy.
He's just getting that barrel out there, isn't
He
he?
sure is. Not very far from a grand slam home run there by Corrigan, which definitely would have put him in the lead for player of the game.
Yeah, he's right up there right now.
No balls, 2 strikes now. He's got to protect that plate now. Here's fastball, just misses inside as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It looks like he's seen the ball well.
Definitely does look like it.
Like I said, he's been working hard in the cage. Every time I was walking by there, I saw him in there working. So
here's the pitch by Figueroa. Ball misses outside, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
yeah, I used to have a sign in the batting cage over there when I was head coach Kansas Wesleyan, had the work zone. And when we got in that cage, it's work, not talking and this and that. So I was watching him. He was working hard.
So 2-2 the count, and here's the pitch. That one hit hard into right field. The right fielder, McIntyre, backing up. Now he's coming forward. He's going to make the catch. Tagging up from third base will be Jurgensen. Then he's going to be upstanding. So that's going to be another RBI for Aiden Corrigan as he hit a deep fly ball into right field.
Well, he has all 3 runs, Frank, RBIs right there.
And that takes the score now to 3-2. Also moving over to third base was Mason. Staying at first base was Riley. So we have 2 down now. 3-2 is the score. That brings up the designated hitter number 27, Connor Swink. Swink has flied out to right field twice now here in the ball game. A swing and a miss there by Swink as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Swink just right there moving his head out right there. You can see it flying out. And, try to keep that head nice and still to keep balanced. And he's a strong young man. He gets a hold of it, it's going to go.
Riley on at first base. There's a breaking ball that stays up high, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 3-2 now the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. And with 3 RBIs here this evening is Aiden Corrigan. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that one ball gets away from the, now the umpire says timeout. Looks like he said that it was a foul ball, but I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure either.
I thought he just missed that one. Because the way the catcher reacted,
Foul ball?
it was foul ball.
Yep.
Okay.
You can't argue with those young guys over here to our left. Jake and Heidi.
Now, wait a minute. Are you indicating something about us older guys? There goes Riley to second base. The ball hit deep into left center field. The center fielder gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Newton Rebels, they score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 3 and the Wichita Vipers 2. And don't forget to, I got to make sure that play at the plate there on that run scored is sponsored by the Colonel Tim Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team always ready, always there. 3-2 is the score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 7th inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's ball game, joined along by, I'm going to show you who he is, Mike Cavala, our general manager. And we go to the top half of the 7th inning. We do have a new pitcher now in for the Newton Rebels as we take you back out to the field. And it's going to be number 30, Spencer Maley. Maley now coming in to pitch here in the 7th inning. So Ricky Hockett goes 6 innings for the Newton Rebels. He gives up 2 runs on 5 hits. And he ended up with 11 strikeouts. So another great night there for our pitching staff. This is the 3rd night in a row that we've had 10, 9, and now 11 strikeouts
like I said,
in the ball games.
And Rick has done a great job. I mean, he didn't have his A game. That's what was good about it, is that he adjusted and especially at the end, he just didn't overthrow, and his curveball, he started getting his breaking ball in there and locating his fastball, and he was fine. Spencer Maley from Goddard, Kansas, 6'5", 210, Butler County Community College. Just finished his freshman season, and I think he's definitely a guy that's improved a lot, Frank, since the first of the summer.
And this is 0-0 McIntyre now coming in.
0-0, yep.
And his first name is Marcavius
McIntyre. 5'8", 175, and
he's playing right field this evening.
And we found out the other day he's from North Carolina.
And let me give you a little info about Maley. First pitch is swing and a miss there by McIntyre. Maley has appeared in 12 ball games, has started 1. He has pitched 23 1/3 innings, has given up 28 hits, 21 runs, 16 earned runs, 12 base on balls, and has struck out 18. And he comes in with a 1-1 record. and he also comes in with a 6.17 ERA.
But that ERA has been going down constantly the last couple of weeks, and like I said, he's getting his innings in, and that's what it is about for pitchers, young pitchers like that, especially a freshman like him that didn't get a lot in the spring. Get your innings in the summer.
Here's Maley's pitch. A swing and a miss there by McIntyre, and he goes down swinging for out number 1. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Spencer Maley. That will bring up the first baseman. Correction now, this is number 17 now, a pinch hitter. And I don't have a 17, do you?
I don't have that.
Well, I don't have a 17, so I have no idea who it is.
Right.
But does it got the name on the back? Is that Vertec? Verch? Beach? Beach, okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't read it. It was so fine.
You have it on there?
So it looks like it's Veach, but if we don't have a first name. A swing and a miss there by Veach. And let me put him in here. E-A-T-C-H. We have no information on him. He's not on the roster, but he is on my sheet that he was going to be playing. There's a foul off there by Veach as the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. The score is 3-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels. Here's the pitch by Maley. That one fouled off by Veach as the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I like what Maley's doing, just nice and relaxed, not rushing, just letting him, just throwing. That's what he needs to do. Don't overthink.
And here's the pitch by Maley. That one fouled off to the right-hand side over the first base dugout. And the count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's one good thing about this week. Our pitchers, is getting back on track and get some confidence going. And I think that's why Coach Clark wanted to play these games. And because I guess it's going to be pretty tough. We start Andale coming up.
As we are in the top half of the 7th inning, that one misses inside, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And what's good, Frank, you and I touched on it the other day, it's like when these guys get these innings, they want innings. Everybody says, hey, I want innings. Well, you've got to be effective, and you get your innings. And guys that sometimes complain that I didn't get enough innings, it's because they couldn't pitch more than a couple innings.
Well, when you walk 9 guys and
hit
3.
Yeah, and we're talking about pitch count, you being efficient. If you're not efficient, you might only get 3 innings instead of the 5, 6, or 7. And what these games have shown is that these pitchers can be efficient and, be effective.
A swing and a miss there by Veach, and as he goes down swinging for out number 2 here in the inning, and that is the second strikeout recorded by Spencer Maley. That will bring up the third baseman. Actually, I think he went to shortstop now. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
The last inning. So it's
is this Oscar?
The shortstop, number 0, Oscar Gallardo. And we thank the head coach there for the Ryan Jenkins, who gives us a inning-by-inning sheet on what the players are going to be playing. It really helps us out. That one is fouled off there by Gallardo.
Yeah, but I'm going to get on about that 2-8s. He confused us.
Well, that's that's.
So what was he trying to do?
That was an overlook, I'm sure. That one was fouled off as the count goes to 0 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on base with 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. 3-2 the score in favor of Newton. And here's the pitch by Maley. Fastball misses low for ball 1, and the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's the thing, we're going back to the pitching, if I'm a college coach, which I've been, for 28 years, whatever, but when I'm a college coach and we send somebody somewheres or whatever, we want them to get innings.
Yeah, exactly right. Here's the pitch by Maley. That one breaking ball just misses. Maley thought he had that one as he stares at home plate umpire, and umpire says just a tad high, and the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
2-2. I thought it was 2 balls, 1 strike. I don't know.
I thought that was right there, but he said it was a little outside.
And here's the pitch by Maley. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Corey Mason hustling over to the dugout area and not able to get to it, as the count will now go to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I always think it's good that, have some communication. I know Coach Clark and I both talked to some coaches about if a pitcher pitched a lot of innings, how much do you want him to pitch in the summer? But if a kid hasn't pitched a lot of innings, what do you want? How many innings a week or whatever. We try to work with them.
And here's the pitch by Melee. Breaking ball, misses high for ball 3, so the count will now go to 3-2. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, we hope you're enjoying the ball game because it's a good one here tonight. And beautiful weather here in Newton, Kansas. Tomorrow night we'll be here in Newton once again. We'll be facing the 3-1-6 Elite team, the team that we beat last night 7-1.
Yeah. So it's going to be, trying to get 4-game thing, get us ready for Andale. It's basically what we're doing and getting a lot of confidence going. Now, one thing I like to see our hitters be a little more effective, better than 3 hits.
Well, the coach really changed up the lineup here tonight. We got a lot of guys that have not played very many games, and that one misses low for ball 4. So going to first base will be Gallardo as he reaches on a base on balls. That is the first walk given up by Melee, and that will bring up the designated hitter. Actually, number 9 is now playing third base. The third baseman, number 9, Mason Dean.
Mason Dean from Spearville High School.
So Dean is up now with 2 down, and Gallardo on at first base. Here's the pitch by Melee. That first pitch is low for ball 1. We've got a lot of ball games to announce this week, Carv, as I've not only am I doing the Newton Rebels baseball, but there's a pitch in there for call strike, and that will even up the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. We got ball games Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then Sunday I got 6 ball games to announce as I'm doing the Mexican-American Fast Pitch Tournament.
I might have to come over there because
Newton, Kansas.
I want to come over there, so I'm going to come by and maybe say hi to you, Frank.
And so we'll have a lot of ball games. That one lifted to the right-hand side out of play as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then Newton Rebels go on break on the after the 3rd, right? They'll go from the 4th to the 7th.
Right.
But we do have the All-Star game on the 5th at X Stadium, and I'll be announcing that one. I'll be PAing that one at X Stadium. And that one gets away from the pitcher, and that is ball 2, I believe. And moving over to second base is Gallardo. And Clausen just stood up on that one and went on the end of his catcher's mitt. As now we have runner on at second base with 2 down. 2-2 to count to Mason Dean, third baseman here for the Wichita Vipers. And then after that, we come back to action, and I think we face, we have a balk, I think. Yep, we do have a balk.
Huh, what?
Not sure.
I didn't see it.
He's saying his shoulder, he moved his shoulder. So Oscar Gallardo will be moving to third base on the balk.
Gay Spence right here just needs to take a big breath, keep his composure right here, and take care of this hitter and get this inning over with.
As the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This half inning.
And I can't remember who we play when we come back. Is it Andale?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll finish up the series with Andale. Here's the pitch. That one hits it to the right-hand side. That's going to be out of play along the first base side. And the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll have 2 games against Andale in the 5-game series. Take a break and then come back and finish the series against Andale.
We got a lot of
games. That will be on
games.
the 8th and 9th
Yeah.
and 10th, I believe.
A lot of games coming up.
So here's the pitch by Melee. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Eli Hickman gets under it, makes the catch in right field for out number 3. Great job by Eli Hickman, playing him just perfectly. And the top half of the 7th inning for the Wichita Vipers, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, the score, it's the Newton Rebels 3 and the Wichita Vipers 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 11, Hannah. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Hickman, and the catcher, number 5, Clausen. But we do have a new pitcher now in for the Wichita Vipers, and that is number 17. We don't have a first name, but it is Veach that is coming in to pitch now for the Vipers.
Heidi getting crazy over there.
Heidi. Easy, Heidi. What is she singing to?
Swing.
Sweet Caroline?
Sweet Caroline.
Oh, the
getting the-
all-time NBC favorite, the Sweet Caroline.
Getting the crowd going.
If you've ever been to an NBC World Series games, we play those at the 7th and 8th inning usually. Of course, we play Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the 7th, and then the 8th inning, we play Sweet Caroline, and all the fans in the stands stand up and sing to Sweet Caroline. All right, Veach now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. We don't have any info on him, except that his name is Veach.
I got a question for you, Frank. Do you ever sing to the crowd like Harry Carey? Do you do that?
I didn't, but we do have a young man called Robert Black that sings the Harry Carey style. Whenever on the late games, that is, not the feature games, but on those midnight games and stuff, he comes up and sings the Harry Carey "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
I think people would pay to see you do it, Frank.
You know what? They wouldn't pay me very much because I'm not a singer, unless it's a love romantic song.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to go there.
And we're not going there.
No, I'm not going there.
The count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jaden Hanna. As he went swinging there. Swing and a miss there by Hanna. And the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Veach throwing fastballs there past Hanna. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, 3-2 is the score in favor of the Newton Rebels. Here's the pitch by Veach. That one misses
Not
inside. Great pitch there by Veach as he just barely missed. And that will take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We never did hear from John Hanna about what brand Mighty Mouse's favorite chocolate milk is.
Ball hit to the left side. Third baseman back, moving to the right-hand side. The Newton Rebels bench clears the way, and making the catch was the third baseman. And let's see who's playing third base here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It is Dean. Makes the catch for out number 1. So an F5 in the books there if you're scoring at home for the first out. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. 3-2 the score in favor of Newton.
Not a lot of base hits, but we're hit on the scoreboard, 3-2.
That first pitch there by Veach misses low for ball 1. So far, the way the scoreboard reads, it's for the Wichita Vipers, they've scored 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. And for the Newton Rebels, they've scored 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors so far this evening.
But see, Frank, like right here, I mean, you know, Eli Hickman's very fast. And if you have that third baseman playing back right there, I know Kenny Lofton, when he was earlier in his career, he always tried to do it 1 time a game before he got into the power thing. But
4-0 now on 4 straight pitches. Eli Hickman will be on with a walk. And that will bring up the catcher number 5, Henry Clausen. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Looks like it's going to be number 25, Max Dozier, in it.
Yep, Max Dozier.
Okay.
From Springdale, Arkansas, 6'2", 192. Just finished up at Oklahoma Wesleyan University his freshman year.
So Max Dozier now coming in to pinch hit for Henry Clausen, as we have a runner on at first base and 1 down.
But I always felt like this is a good time, too, in these non-league games to work on some things, like, let's say, bunting. Especially, that's what I was always trying to get as my lefty, speedy lefties, be able to put a bunt down the left side down there, and you probably get on 80 to 90% of the time.
Dozier has appeared in 7 ball games, has been up to bat 12 times, has 1 hit, and has scored 1 run. The first pitch to Dozier misses outside for ball 1, as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. We have Hickman on at first base with 1 down. here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 3-2 the score. Favor of Newton. There goes Hickman to second base to throw down, and not going to be as the ball gets away from the second baseman. So in safely at second base is Hickman.
Good job.
Stolen base.
And Dozier swung right over the pitch. I mean, that's what you want. Just go ahead and swing, protect the runner. Some guys just stand over there. And
good job there by Dozier to distract the catcher just a little bit, just enough to make the throw a little bit more difficult. There's the pitch. That one breaking away as the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice job there by Max Dozier as you can see he was going to go with his hands and just brought his hands back and kept the bat back. So he did not go after that breaking ball on the outside of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Dozier, and here is Veach's pitch. Fastball misses outside as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Uh-oh. I don't know what I hit there, but everything turned blue. But now we got it corrected. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Max Dozier.
And you see Veach is pitching away, and this is a great opportunity for a right-handed hitter to take it that way.
Well, especially as that second baseman is playing almost right at second base. So there's a big gap between first and second. There's a throw down to second base. Not going to be in time, and in safely is Eli Hickman.
That's one thing that I always thought. I figured that out, especially when I was playing JUCO ball, that when the pitcher throws you away in that second, you got a runner on second, you got a big hole over there. Just hit it, especially even a runner on first, because the first baseman's holding the run.
That one misses inside, and Dozier will be on.
Good job.
Which really doesn't hurt Veach there a whole lot as the first base was wide open. And that puts him in a double play situation. So Max Dozier will be on at first base with a walk. That is the second walk given up by Veach here this inning. And that's going to bring up the center fielder number 7, Justin Barnes. Barnes is 0 for 3 here tonight. He flew out to center field in the first, flew out to center field in the fourth, flew out to right field in the 6th inning.
Yeah, and he's a speed guy too. I like to see him stay more on top of the ball.
Third baseman does come in to the grass area. That one misses high for ball 1. As we have 1 down now here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 3-2 the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. Once again, if you're watching, give us a little buzz there on live chat. Let us know where you're watching from. There's a throw over to second base once again. In safely is Hickman.
Yeah, Veach feels pretty comfortable throwing that. A lot of guys don't want to do that.
And we'll give you a shout out on live on YouTube. So the count is 1 ball, no strike. Here is Veach's pitch. That one hit to the shortstop. Go. Shortstop only has 1 play at second base. We know he's not going to get the double play because Barnes is awful fast. So we have a Hickman goes to third base on the play. We have a 6-4 put out. And then Barnes reaches on a fielder's choice. That will bring up the second baseman, number 6, Camden Jurgensen. So now we'll have runners on at first and third. With 2 down. And why is third base not staying on? There. Do this way there. That one into the ground for ball 1. So we do have 2 down now. And Camden Jurgensen up to the plate. He reached on an error his last time. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just great opportunity. Get a little insurance here. Get a couple more runs.
Here in the bottom half of the 7th. That one hits Jurgensen, and he will be on with a hit as a hit batsman. So that will load up the bases as Barnes moves to second base. Jurgensen to first. Standing at third base is Hanna. And that will bring up the first baseman number 3, Corey Mason.
And the All-Star is the top hitter on the team, so it's a welcome sight right here with the bases loaded.
Well, Mason came in batting .389 for the Newton Rebels. He is 1 for 1 here tonight. So I'm sure that's closer to .390.
That's pretty good with wood bats. Wood bat error. I mean, that's good with metal.
He recorded his 22nd hit of the season here in the 6th inning. And here's the pitch by Veach. That one misses outside for ball 1.
And Corey needs to be patient right here. Just, he'll get his pitch.
Yeah, Mason just needs to be patient, like you say, and hopefully he can drive one in the gap somewhere. Here's the pitch by Veach. That one misses high for ball 2. Well, there's no place to put Mr. Mason here.
No, and even if he draws a walk and get an RBI, make it 4-2, get a little padding going. Because you never know what's going to happen in baseball, especially the late innings.
So 2 balls, no strikes, and here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 3. Now it looks like Veach is not quite following through there, as all 3 pitches have been high. So 3 balls, no strikes now, and you definitely don't want to take here. You definitely do want to take here.
Yeah, you do. I'd definitely have a guy take right here because he's struggling.
That one misses outside for ball 4. So another run will score, and an RBI by Corey Mason as he gets a base on balls. That means Barnes will move to third base, Jurgensen to second, and coming in to score from third base is Eli Hickman. I said Hannah, I meant Hickman earlier.
The coach going out to talk to him right there. We don't know which coach that is. I don't know if that's Greg Schofield.
And that play at the plate is sponsored by Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team always ready, always there. 4-2 now the score here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley.
Yeah, you go from the top hitter on the team to probably the most patient. Like I said, he's kind of guy, Frank, at the end of the year, you're going to see him have more walks than strikeouts.
Riley already has 1 hit here in the ballgame, a double. And then he comes in batting .316 as he's been up to the plate 57 times, has 18 hits, now 19.
Right. Yeah, RBI, he's second or tied in RBIs on the team?
He's got a total of 12 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 1 as the count goes to 1 ball, no strike. 4-2 now is the score in favor of the Newton Rebels here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
I know he was battling for the RBI lead with Trey Wingett.
That one right across the knees for call strike, and the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. We have Barnes at third base, Jurgensen at second, and Mason on at first. 4-2 the score. Here's the pitch by Veach. That one misses outside for ball 2. So Nolan Riley looking to get RBIs number 13 and 14 if possible, as we have runners on at first, second, and third. That one breaking just low for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Nolan Riley, and Mr. Riley should be looking for just 1 pitch and 1 pitch only.
He's the type of guy, he'll even take one just to, make 2 strikes.
That one right across the knees. And the count will go full now at 3-2.
No, this is
with
my favorite.
bases loaded and 2 outs. The runners will be running on the pitch.
I always love this. Was one of my favorite times, man, to hit. It's like get the runners going.
Ball hit hard there by Riley to the third baseman, the shortstop actually. The third baseman went for it but was not able to get to it. It gets by him and to the shortstop, so another run scores. That's going to be a base hit there by Nolan Riley, and he records his first RBI of the evening. Barnes scores from third base. Jurgensen moves to third base. Mason moves to second. And Riley is on with his second hit of the ball game.
And look who's up.
So 5-2 is the score. That brings up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan, who is 1 for 2 tonight with 3 RBIs. Their ball gets away from the catcher, and another run will score from third base. Now score 6-2 is in favor of the Newton Rebels. And runners on at second and third.
Yeah, he's 1 for 1 because that was a sack fly. So
that's right. That's right.
So you don't count that.
Sacrifice fly. I'm sorry about that. You are correct. I forgot to put the sacrifice on there.
It's what you have me here for, Frank.
Yeah, I do have the RBI there, but I didn't even put the sacrifice.
Yeah,
My bad.
And he has that walk. So
that one misses high for ball 2. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Corrigan, who is 1 for 1 this evening with 3 RBIs.
Responsible for 3 of those runs. Definitely a very efficient day right here.
And the count now goes 3-0. We have Mason on at third base and Riley on at second. And that one misses high for ball 4. So now the bases will be loaded once again for the Newton Rebels as Corrigan reaches on a base on balls. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 27, Connor Swink.
You know, and Swank, I mean, Swank last time he hit a long fly ball. I mean, he barreled it up well, just kind of deep part of the ballpark. And hopefully he's making those adjustments because I know the kid can hit. I mean, he did a good job at Pratt. So we'll see what happens right here.
So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score now is 6-2. There's a swing and a miss there by Swink. As the count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he definitely wants to add on here. I mean, he took a big old cut right there.
Well, that's why I emphasize on the swing and the miss.
Wow.
So the count is no balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. A breaking ball misses high as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. We'd like to welcome all the Wichita Vipers who are listening in here on YouTube. We hope you enjoy the broadcast. Also like to welcome all the Newton Rebel fans. That one lifted to the right-hand side. First baseman not going to be able to get to it as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. That almost caught him on the handles there, it looked like. The handle of the bat, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Connor Swink as the bases are loaded with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Likes the way that play of the plate once again. There's a swing and a miss there by Swink, and he goes down swinging with the bases loaded for out number 3. And that is Veach's first strikeout of the ball game. But not before the Newton Rebels scored 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors and 3 left on base. At the end of 7 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 6 and the Wichita Vipers 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. I'm joined along by, let me show you him, Mark Cavallo, our general manager, as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Due up for the Wichita Vipers will be the right fielder, number 2, Jackson Swift. But before that, we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. It will be number 23, Nolan Riley, coming in to pitch in the 8th inning. So that's it for Spencer Maley as he pitched the 7th inning, and he faced 4 batters.
Did a good job.
Yeah, he did. He had 2 strikeouts.
And then talk about
And Max Dozier now at the home plate.
right, yeah. And thing about Nolan Riley, he can pitch. I mean, you know, right now he's been playing third base mainly. Just a good athlete. He pitched some last year for us. He's pitching his younger years. His dad, Darren Riley, who has the better
County Cubs for years, and it still does. And like I said, he's been taught right. He knows how to pitch. He's got good mechanics.
As we go to the top half of the 8th inning, first pitch by Riley is ball 1.
He throws pretty hard. He throws pretty hard on the mound.
Yeah, it looked like
I
he
don't
tried
think Max was ready either.
No, Max wasn't ready because that one went right by him. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Jackson Swift now. And Swift is playing first base.
Yeah, there's some changes.
2-0 now the count. As Nolan Riley now, this is his first time pitching this year for the Rebels. That one in there for call strike. And the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's good that the Rebels are looking at some different options because they definitely need it in this month of July with the pitchers.
And here's the pitch by Riley. That one in there for call strike 2. So the count will go even now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jackson Swift. And here is Riley's pitch. That one hit back to Riley as he tosses that to first base. Mason for out number 1. So a 1-3 put out for the first out here in the top half of the 8th inning. And that will bring up the shortstop number 6, Jaron Brown. And let me make sure Mr. Brown is playing shortstop this inning. No, he's not. He is playing center field.
Okay, well, like I said, it says middle infielder, outfielder, right-handed pitcher, Frank. They got it covered with him. McPherson High School.
So Jaron Brown now up at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one lifted foul over the dugout. Oh, right on the press box there. Did you hear that?
What was that? That was.
That
yeah.
was right on the press box.
Jake, you need to run up there and get that ball there, you know.
As the count goes 0 balls, 1 strike now to Jaron Brown. We have a microphone, a sound mic outside the window, so you should have been able to hear that pretty good. That one hits the outside corner for call strike 2.
He's coming in and throwing strikes.
That's exactly what we need.
I said he
So we have 1 down now here in the top half of the 8th inning. 0-2 the count to Jaron Brown. And here's the pitch. That one misses inside. And the count now will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
7 pitches.
Nolan Riley gets the signal. And here's the pitch by Riley. Fastball inside. Gets away from the catcher. So the count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
No, and I talked to Coach Mandarino about letting some of these other guys start throwing in the bullpen before they go out here. And I'm sure he's working with some of the other position guys too that, like I said, they're athletes. They can, some of them can do it. They maybe haven't done it in a while.
Here's the pitch by Riley. That one fouled off there by Jaron Brown. And the count will stay even at 2-2.
See Justin Barnes over there at third base. I don't know. Did he play third base earlier, Frank? Do you recall?
I don't recall him playing third base. I know he's played second. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
earlier,
did play
yeah.
third base.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since he has.
Since Riley.
And here's the pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. Right fielder Hickman backing up. Gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2. So an F9 in the book if you're scoring at home for the second out. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 42, Brandon Bosley.
Yeah, so his defense work right here.
And let me make sure Bosley is still...
Yep, Bosley. Calling the Boz.
Yeah, he is still playing left field.
2022 grad.
So we have 2 down here in top half of the 8th inning. First pitch just misses outside as the count goes 1 ball, no strikes down to Bosley. And that one lifted to the right field side. That's going to be right down the line, but it's going to be foul, I believe. So the count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Good hustle there by Hickman. Also Mason out there. Well, he moved a long ways.
Yeah, look at that.
Mason did.
You know, he can move that quick, but yeah, he's like I said, he's a good athlete. He can. He's an all-star. He can do that.
That's right. Corey Mason, an all-star.
Now, how many games are played tonight? Nope. We're the only one that's playing. And
There's some other games going on here. Let me see if I can get over there and find out who else is playing. This is today.
Strike.
Well, it looks like there's a couple finals for today. They must have played early because I noticed that it's a doubleheader. I'll give you those scores here in just a second. It's counted as 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one in there for Cole, strike 3. And Bosley goes down looking for the 3rd out. And that is the first strikeout recorded by Nolan Riley.
And Frank is, you know, we were talking to the pitching staff the other day and challenging them about try to get 12 or 15 pitches an inning. He got it right in 12 pitches.
Well, we're going to go ahead and stay here since we're going to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Looks like we have a final. It was the Sluggers 8-6 over the Batcats in the first game. And in the second game, it was the Sluggers 4-2 over the Batcats. It looks like in the all the other games have been rescheduled. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. It is 6-2 in favor of the Newton Rebels. But the Monarchs and the Aviators have been rescheduled, along with the Diamond Dogs and the Twins, and the Diamond Dogs and the Heat.
Right.
So apparently there was one game that was supposed to have been played, and they rescheduled a game that had been rescheduled, and that game also got postponed due to the rain.
Now they're going to be playing some games tomorrow at X Stadium, so they're going to be doing that. So
they are?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not involved, but
Okay.
yeah, it started I believe 9 in the morning. Yep, you're going to have the double hitters. I'll see if I can find that for you, Frank. I saw the GM email.
Okay. Well, it looks like the one game was rescheduled, the Diamond Dogs and the Twins, and the other one was canceled. So apparently not sure how far along that game went.
Here you go. It's 9 a.m. Andale and the Seeds, and they're going to play 2 7-inning games. They're playing a doubleheader.
Okay.
At 2 p.m., it's Cheney versus Derby, 2 7-inning games. And then at 7, it's Hutch versus Hayesville, 2 7-inning games tomorrow.
So they're going to try to get all those games in tomorrow,
Yep.
looks like.
Just trying to catch up because of all that. We still have to play the makeup with Cheney. And we know that. And it was just, we got a call today about playing them, but I found out about it about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And, we couldn't, especially we've already had our pitchers going, and Coach has a pitching rotation going for this week to get ready for the next game. But we will play, and we got a whole month to fit in Cheney.
Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now. It's going to be number 35 now coming in to pitch for the Wichita Vipers. That'll be number 35. That is Villatoro. So Villatoro now coming in to pitch.
5'9", 155. Goddard Eisenhower.
Is that Joseph?
Joseph.
Okay,
yes.
that is Joseph. Okay. So Joseph Villatoro now coming in to pitch. And the first batter he'll be facing should be the shortstop, number 11, Jaden Hanna. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, 6-2 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. Villatoro's first pitch, there's a ball hit to the third base side. Third baseman backing up. Now the shortstop calls him off and makes the catch for out number 1. One pitch by Villatoro, 1 out.
Yeah, it's not the kind of game Hannah wanted to have right here, especially 2 little pop-ups to third base. Just, he's just not, he just collapsing his backside and collapsing it. And that's what the coach is talking to him about right now.
Well, I just don't understand when you got a new pitcher why you just don't take a pitch. My goodness, that's just one of my other pet peeves. Make him throw something, not just one pitch. You just made it easy for him. There's another one pitch hit that's foul, as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. I understand looking for your pitch, but
Well, that's what we talk about. We talk about approach, the box system, you know, the zone, trying to get something that you really want. I mean, that right, but
I see. They're trying to get the game done. He says they're trying to go home.
that's what they're trying to do
Well,
there.
that's a different philosophy.
They were doing that in the 3rd inning, though. So I mean, it's you know, so it's kind of
We didn't teach that back when I was coaching. What we taught was let's play ball. That one hits Hickman as he will take his the base as a hit batsman. So that'll put a runner on at first base with 1 down, and that will bring up the catcher number 25, Max Dozier.
You know, and the thing is, Frank, what you're bringing up, I like kids to be aggressive. I want yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, no, and better than no, 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 yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm ready to swing, because it's better to have that than have a guy that's more, you know, laid back and trying to be aggressive.
Well,
But it's got to be your pitch. It's got to be you know, and I agree with you. I mean, the first pitch of a new pitcher coming in, make him work a little, see what he's got, and have
Yeah.
confidence in yourself that you could take a strike.
well, I will take that from. I don't like that from anybody except for Hannah because I know he's an aggressive
Yeah.
player, you know. But in the same token, you got to let that new pitcher throw some pitches.
Yeah.
Make him work a little bit. All right, so the count. That's the end of that. They just 1 ball, no strikes, and the runner on at first base as Hickman is on at first. That one misses. Well, the umpire calls a strike on the outside corner. As the count will even up now at 1-1.
I mean, you could ask Jake Gibbs over there, a longtime pitcher. I mean, he loved it when guys swung at that first pitch, I'm sure, you know, because he's basically a relief guy. Thank you, you know.
So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 6-2 is the score in favor of Newton. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside, and the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's 2-1. It's going to be a hitter's count right here, so Max needs to be ready.
We have about 24 people now looking in at the broadcast. We hope you're enjoying it. Here from Newton, Kansas, Klein Scott Phil. And here's the 2-1 pitch by Villatoro. That one misses outside, and Hickman goes to second base, is in safely with a stolen base.
That's his 2nd stolen base today.
That is his 2nd stolen
Yeah.
base of the evening.
It's good. I like guys utilize that speed that you have.
And the count goes 3 balls, 1 strike now to Max Dozier. This is his 2nd time at the plate, I believe. As he came in the 7th inning. That one misses inside for ball 4. So now we'll have runners on at first and second and 1 down. And that will bring up the center fielder number 7, Justin Barnes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because I think that's his 2nd time that he's walked right there, and he showed patience at both times.
Yeah, Max Dozier has definitely got on base twice now here this evening. He was forced out at second base in the 7th inning on a 6-4 play. So Justin Barnes now up, looking for his first hit here of the ball game. 6-2 the score. And here's Villatoro's pitch. That's swing and a miss there by Barnes as the count now goes to 1, no balls and 1 strike.
It just looked like his timing's off right there.
I've noticed that tonight. He's not. He normally hits a lot of good foul balls, and he stays pretty aggressive at the plate. But tonight he just seems to be just a tad off. And that's that. Wait for the pitch here. That one hit to the right-hand side. That may be.
Drop in.
It does drop in there for a base hit there by Barnes and comes to throw into home plate. But stopping at third base was Hickman. Looked like the center fielder and the right fielder weren't sure who's going to get that one. And it almost looks like the grass. I know that the grass was mowed because I was out here this afternoon and the grass was being mowed. And earlier I meant, before the game started. And it just looks like they're walking in quicksand out there. Or running in quicksand. So Barnes reaches on with a base hit. That will bring up the second baseman, number 6, Camden Jurgensen. And here's the pitch by Villatoro. That one into the ground. as the count goes down to 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out still, as the bases are loaded now for the Newton Rebels. And Villatoro now ready to go to work. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Camden Jurgensen. He's been on base twice.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody out there in the bullpen.
No, I don't either. And here's the pitch. That one way outside, as the count now goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Well, there's no place to put Mr. Jurgensen unless you want to bring in Hickman from third base, and another run being scored. So we have 5 hits so far here this evening for the Newton Rebels, as we have had 1 hit in the 7th and 1 hit in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike. And that will take the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike.
Can he be looking for a good pitch right there? Realize if it's not a good pitch, it's a ball, you get an RBI.
That one down in the ground, and that is ball 4. And Jurgensen records an RBI on the walk, as Hickman comes in to score from third base. Moving over to third base will be Dozier. Over to second base is Barnes. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 3, Corey Mason. Mason also 1 for 1 here tonight. Oh, correction, 1 for 2 tonight, as he flew out to left field in the first inning, walked in the 4th inning, got a base hit in the 6th, and then walked in the 7th. Both those 2 times he was left stranded at third base. Still 1 down here in the bottom half of the 8th. And the score should be 7 now.
It's 7-2.
7-2. The first pitch is ball 1.
So Heidi's right on it. You know, she's got that school. It's like a natural. She's never done it before. She stepped in here and helped us out.
And here's the pitch by Villatoro. Well, that one is swing and a miss there by Mason, as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he usually doesn't take that big a cut. Usually this, but he took a good cut there. Mason knows the opportunity right here to score more runs.
So the count 1 ball, 1 strike now to Mason. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 2. Dozier's at third base, Barnes at second, and Jurgensen on at first base. We still only have 1 down now here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 7-2 the score. And the Newton Rebels still threatening. There's a hard hit ball into center field. Center fielder backing up on right center field, that is. Makes the catch for out number 2 and tagging up from third base. I don't know what was going on there with
I don't know.
Dozier, because
let's see take off.
Barnes had already tagged up at second base and was almost standing at third base before Dozier took off from third base. But he does score, and that's an RBI. F8 there with a sacrifice, and an RBI by Corey Mason. And the score now 8-2, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. With runners on at first and third and 2 down now. Because it looked like Max Dozier didn't take off until the cutoff man got the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he might have thought it was in, took off. I wasn't watching. I was watching the play out in the field. But I think he must have broke and then had to come back.
Yeah, I can't see third base from my spot, so with this half wall here. That one in there. Oh, actually misses outside, as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
I don't know, Frank. You might complain. They might open that up for you. You know, they listen to you. You got that cable fixed today.
Yeah, we got the cable fixed. I want to thank Brian for
Brian Bascu.
with the Rec Commission. We appreciate them getting right on it and was able to fix our internet.
It seems like it's
And
good.
we'd like to thank Cox also for resetting everything, because everything seems to be working just fine now. It's amazing when you do have the internet. That ball hits to the right-hand side. That's going to be in the gap by Nolan Riley as he records his his third hit of the ball game. And the run scored from third base was Barnes. Stopping at third base will be Jurgensen. And Nolan Riley records his third hit of the ball game and his second RBI. And that will bring up the left fielder number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
He's had a pretty good day right there.
The score now 9-2. That is the sixth hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels. Runners on at first and third with two down. And here's the pitch to Corrigan. That one misses inside for ball one.
He's got an opportunity, another RBI.
That one inside for ball two. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Aiden Corrigan. Riley's on at first base. He is 3 for 4 this evening. And there's no pitch there, looks like.
Somebody saying something or what?
Somebody must have said something, and because home plate umpire called timeout, and
so that's enough.
Yep. Once again, Riley is 3 for 4 this evening with a double and 2 singles and 2 RBIs.
It's nice to see you marking those little squares out. It's for coloring right there.
9-2 the score. And here's the pitch by Villatoro. That one in there for call strike, as the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's good right there. Take it.
There was another pitch before that, but I don't think they counted. That one, well, maybe it did. That's ball 4. I had ball 3, so we'll take a full count now, or a bases loaded once again as Corrigan goes to first base on another walk. That is his 3rd walk of the ball game, and that is the 4th time on the base path here this evening.
And we got Thomas. Is that Thomas?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be number 8, Thomas Capion. So Thomas Capion now pinch hitting for Connor Swink. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Capion.
He took a cut,
as
didn't he?
the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. As we have Jurgensen on at third base, Riley on at second, and Corrigan on at first base. And 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
He's trying to
9-2.
end this right now.
Boy, he was, wasn't he? There's another one. Lifted to the right-hand side. First baseman looks like he's going to be able to get under it. He does. Makes the catch for out number 3. So an F3 in the books if you're scoring at home. But not before the Newton Rebels scored 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. At the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 9 and the Wichita Vipers 2. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the ninth inning. The score is 9-2 in favor of Newton, and we're going to have a new pitcher now. It will be Zach Gillick now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. Gillick has appeared in 13 ball games, has pitched 19 2/3 innings, has given up 10 hits, 7 runs, 1 earned run, 11 base on balls, and he has the league leading 36 strikeouts. That first pitch to number 13, Ethan Winless, is called strike one. As we are in the top half of the ninth inning, the count, no balls, 1 strike. That one fouled off to the right-hand side as the count now goes to no balls, 2 strikes to Winless. Once again, a league leading 36 strikeouts for Gillick, and also a All-Star for coming up in the All-Star game. Couldn't think of the terminology I needed. That one, a swing and a miss there by Winless as he goes down swinging. That is the first strikeout recorded by Gillick, and that is the 37th strikeout recorded here this season for Zach Gillick. That will bring up the pitcher now, number 35, Joseph Villatoro, who was playing second base and came in to pitch the last inning. So we have 1 down now here in the top half of the ninth inning. Villatoro is 0 for 3 tonight. That one hit to the first base side. Gillick will pick up the ball, go to first base for out number 2. So a 1-3 put out for the second out. And now we have 2 down here in the top half of the ninth inning. That will bring up the right fielder, number 00, Marcavius McIntyre, now at the plate for the Wichita Vipers. Count goes 1-1 now to McIntyre, as we do have 2 down now here in the top half of the ninth inning. Now pitch there by Gillick, misses outside as the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down now here in the top half of the ninth. 9-2 is the score. And here's Gillick's pitch. That one in there for call, strike 2. That will even up the count now at 2-2. So All-Star Zach Gillick in there. There's a fouled off there by McIntyre, and the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 now the count to McIntyre here in the top half of the ninth inning. Once again, for all of you watching, we appreciate you tuning in here tonight. That one in there for call, strike 3 for out number 3, and that is the ball game. Second strikeout of the ball game for Gillick, and that is the 38th strikeout for the season. Well, the final score is the Newton Rebels 9 and the Wichita Vipers 2. Once again, we thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for our player of the game, and tonight we have chosen Aiden Corrigan will be interviewed here tonight. We had some other people that were worthy of a player of the game, like Nolan Riley, who was 3 for 4 tonight with 2 RBIs, but Corrigan was 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs. So that's why we chose Mr. Corrigan. And so the Corrigan clan need to pay attention because Mr. Corrigan will be on air here shortly as they shake hands here at home. We want to thank the Wichita Viper fans for tuning in. Also the Wichita Vipers for coming to Newton and playing us for 2 games as the El Dorado Broncos had dropped out. We needed to make up some games. So we thank the Wichita Vipers for that and their whole organization, along with their head coach, Ryan Jenkins. So stay tuned for the player of the game. Meanwhile, we thank Heidi for on the scoreboard for the job well done. And we'd like to thank, Mr. Jake Gibbs, the assistant general manager, for doing the PA tonight. And Mark over on the left-hand side over there with the news, the paper that is, who comes in and covers our games here tonight. Once again, this is Frank Martinez, and we'd like to thank all our sponsors for the plays at the plate. We're sponsored by Colonel Tim Maurer family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Any double plays were sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law, working for you. Pitching changes this evening are sponsored by the Ray Roofing. They have you covered, and we have 4 of those. So once again, pitching changes sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Doubles are sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. Home runs none tonight, but they are sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. And the plays of the in the field, or the player of the game, which is joining us now, is sponsored by the Curl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. And let's welcome on to the player of the game. Tonight we have Aiden Corrigan, who was 1 for 1 tonight officially, and had a sacrifice fly to score an RBI and a double in the second inning. They had scored 2 runs, the first 2 runs of the ball game. So Aiden Corrigan, welcome and congratulations for being the player of the game this evening.
Thank you very much.
They are sponsored by the Carl Hodges family. And how did it feel tonight getting the 3rd victory of the in a row now? We're on a winning streak.
Yeah, it felt very good. We had a first half that maybe all of us weren't very happy with, and this is kind of the middle of the way right before the All-Star game. So it was important for us to kind of go into this week, take care of what we needed to do, and kind of turn our first half around and go into the second half of the season doing what we think we can do best.
Well, that's exactly right, and you know, you really hit the ball well tonight. That double off in the 4th inning where you scored 2 runs, had 2 RBIs as Mason came in to score, and so did Riley. It seemed like you really hit the ball well. We even mentioned that on some of the foul balls that you hit, you just hit them solid. Yep. You know, they were very solid hits, and so it looked like you were looking at the ball, seeing the ball well tonight.
Yeah, for me, especially seeing some of the pitching that we saw this week, a little bit different than in-conference pitching. So for me, it was very important just to kind of go out and really pick it up well, treat it almost like it's off-speed, and just trust my swing and do what I need to do. Some of those pitches I was able to sit back and put in play, and some of them I still hit hard, but not in play.
Yeah,
so
I think there's one that you hit that was over the fence.
Yeah,
but that wasn't very foul, or wasn't foul by very much. That we thought you really made great contact on. And I think there was even one in right field that you hit that we thought the same thing. You know, that, boy, he's really putting the bat on the ball nicely here tonight. Well, before we get going, what we normally do is we want to make sure that you tell us who your parents are, and they are.
Yep, my parents, my father, Dan Corrigan, and my mom, Sue Cole. They're probably watching right now.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
just wave at them there. And then any siblings?
I have no siblings, no.
No siblings, okay. So then the third thing that we ask is what college you go to?
I go to Heidelberg University. It's in the OAC in Ohio, Tiffin, Ohio.
Okay, in Ohio. So you're a Buckeye fan?
I'm not a Buckeye fan. I am originally from Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. So I live about 15 minutes from U of M. So I'm kind of in enemy territory at my university.
I see. I see. The only reason I asked, my brother-in-law is a big Buckeye fan, and I just wanted to kind of jab that in.
Yeah, no.
Not everybody in Ohio is a Buckeye.
Yeah, you will not find a Buckeye fan out of me.
There you go. Okay, now the third or fourth thing that I'll need to ask you, and that is who your favorite player is.
Oh, that's current or all time?
All time. It doesn't matter, whichever.
I would say current player. It's really fun watching Miguel Cabrera play.
Okay.
Being a Detroit homer, I got to see him a lot.
Okay.
So he's a really fun hitter to watch. I would say all time. It's really hard to go wrong with some of the oldies like Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig, Eddie Murray. I just respect a lot of those older hitters.
So you're a history buff then.
I love baseball.
Yeah.
All forms of baseball. So
There you go. That's great to hear, because we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the history.
absolutely.
You know, so we have to make sure that we pay tribute to that history. And then the last thing is that we ask is, if you had 5 minutes to spend with somebody, who would that be?
That's another tough question.
Yes, it is.
I guess if I had 10 minutes to spend with, or if I had 5 minutes
That's
to
okay.
spend with anyone, I guess I would spend it with Elon Musk. He's kind of like the interesting name in the world right now. I don't know. I guess I'd just pick his brain and talk to him a little bit. I guess if I was going the baseball route, I would want to talk to Lou Gehrig. I feel like he had a lot to say and didn't really get all the time in the world to say it. So
And he had a great swing, didn't he?
he had a phenomenal swing. Yeah.
Phenomenal swing. Yeah, exactly right. So, well, anyway, Aiden Corrigan is our player of the game tonight. We congratulate him on being player of the game, as he was 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs, had a sacrifice fly, and then hit a double that scored 2 runs. We're great to see you finally up here, you know, and hitting the ball well.
Thank you very much.
So, and we want to wish you good luck at the remainder of the season, and also the Newton Rebels.
Yep. Thank you very much.
There you go. Say bye to anybody else special you'd like to say hi to.
I would say anyone else, any friends that are watching, and my girlfriend Eva. Thank you very much.
That's where I was headed.
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to make sure you didn't get in trouble there.
Thank
so, all right. Well, Aiden Corrigan, our player of the game. Once again, we thank the sponsor, Carl Hodges and family. And don't forget Carl Hodges Day on July the 3rd, right here in Newton, as the Newton Rebels will take on the Andale Warhawks. Wow, took me a long time to get to that one. So we want to thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. The Newton Rebels win 9-2 on a 3-game winning streak. How about that for the Newton Rebels? Tomorrow night they'll play the 316 Elite. We'll be on air at 6:50 with game time at 7 o'clock. We hope to see you then. On behalf of General Manager Mark Cavallo, Assistant General Manager Jake Gibbs. Come here, Jake, so everybody can see you real quick. Mariah, come here. Our right-hand person right here. And then Jim Williams. We're going to get everybody in. So everybody say hi. And we thank you on behalf of everybody here. And all our sponsors, and once again, our host families, we thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6:50, with the game against 316 Elite. This is Frank Martinez, the voice of the Newton Rebels. Wish you a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Rebels win 9-2.